Come on, Twitch. Okay, there we go. All right, that was weird. Perfect, perfect. All right. Obviously, a lot of fucking goblins in front of you guys. But a brief recap of what's been happening. You guys had that whole extra life encounter with like the ghost of Nawalia. Um, she said that you guys could come meet her potentially. You guys know that you successfully, as much as you could, passed on these ideas of like forgiving her and her forgiving society. And you did do a great job of influencing her. She did depart though, and afterwards you guys spoke a bit with Father Xantis and Adrani. Mainly went back the next day as you guys were pretty tired after that. You guys have gotten some new gear since then. At the moment, it seems like a lot of things are coming back to the pit, which, as you guys have researched and explored, and I'll bring us kind of to the hinterlands map. So you guys are over here at the pit on the Devil's Platter Plateau. Sandpoint being over here by the Old Light. This pit is deep, deeper than most people have explored. Many adventurers have gone there. A lot have died. Honestly, you even know of one in town who you might be able to ask some follow-up questions to as well. You've heard rumors about a goblin named Rip Nugget. That is a bit suspicious. He's been supposedly dead for a long time. The vibe in town is temporarily settled. You guys are able to kind of talk down those who are very agitated at this idea of dealing with Nawalia. And with the town kind of balanced out for now, you guys are also earned some more favor with various factions. You all set out to the pit. You began exploring the first level of it. And I will bring us back over to kind of the outer map for a second. As you guys went down this like rickety old ladder, you can see there's layers and layers below you. But you made your way into the Whistlefang lair, which you had learned was a lair supposedly to a tribe of goblins. On your way in, you did see some strange looking tiny fey-like creatures through holes in the wall. They kind of ran away when they saw you. You went in the front door. There was this trapped area of some spider statues and a statue of like the Sandpoint horror, this like local, in theory, myth cryptid looking thing. And you also heard that might have been what killed the adventuring party of the woman in town a long time ago. But after pushing way through a secret door, you found Tunch. And I can bring up his art again in a second. Tunch seems to be the one who made a lot of this taxidermy. He had a giant pet weasel named Sausage. You guys briefly engaged in combat, but quickly he surrendered and tried to talk to you guys about how the goblin tribe seems to be under control of someone else. He begged you that for you to kill those in charge to free the various goblins and ghoulies down here from her control. Sorry, excuse me. He did offer you guys a magical yes, I hear you meowing. What's up? Cat distracted me over here. Basically offered you guys a magical statue as reward. Wants you all to take care of Minargle. Seems to be some sort of enchantress, perhaps a goblin, perhaps not. Um, with learning about their various like whistling, you can see the holes in his teeth here as a form of communication. You guys did deduce enough to get a +2 on any like role play dealings with these goblins. That being said, they obviously are not huge fans of anyone intruding into their space. Tunch tried to draw you a map. It looks like where you're heading is probably to the north, maybe northeast. His map's not great, to be honest, but it's the best you got. As you guys opened this secret door where, to like the back of his lair, he's been tucked up in here for a while to stay away from the mind control. You guys open to see a variety of goblins, commandos, war chanters, this named boy at the top, all kind of hanging out in this large chamber. We're not into combat yet. And I will... Are there any questions before I kind of read the description of this room once more?
I do not see what is on your Twitch screen on my Roll20. Mine's just black.
Oh, you're not dragged on there yet. Yes.
Okay, cool.
I
thought something like that might have happened.
Can you see now from here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Perfect.
Well, I mean, not very much, but
I think we
see rolling.
Yeah. There's not a lot from this angle. I think we presumed that you were probably off like doing things in town, and purchasing stuff, things like that. I said if they ended up really needing you, I was gonna drop you in, but they were fine for the most part there. Any other questions before we get into the description of this room? And then figuring out what you guys are going to do with this crowd. Alright, let's get into it. The rough stone walls of this large room are decorated with a mix of bones and broken weapons, tattered tapestries, and bits of junk. To the north, a charred and very dead goblin sits on a wooden throne. A cave opening to the west of the throne, you can see it's kind of like echoing into darkness. Hard to see from this angle. But you do see kind of scattered around the floor are several bloodied spears, in addition to these goblins. Let's see. Last time you guys attempted your stealth checks, they obviously noticed you. As you enter, the one at the back, who seems to be calling the shots, this guy, kind of take a step down. Bring him a little bit forward. He's like, Longshanks, what are you doing here? Feed them to the devil. Rip Nugget, leave us be. As they kind of ready their weapons, what do you guys do?
We are here to pay tribute to the exalted Lady Minerval.
Okay. I'm going to say give me this still counts as a social check. I'd say probably have to move your character up to the doorway at least so they can see you. But it would be a bluff check, still with that +2 bonus as well. We're on a new session, reset, everybody gets a hero point.
Hey, James. Can you talk? I haven't heard you, and
I'm here.
Okay, cool. I just thought your mic might have been muted or something.
No, hasn't chimed in yet.
That's pretty spicy. Okay, most of these guys' stats for like perception aren't great for sense motive. Gerlunk is kind of the only one who's got a shot here, and he's gonna try it. Jesus Christ. Hold on, let me use the math.
Did you roll a 1?
I didn't roll a 1, but I rolled low enough that you exceeded his roll by 10, so it is a critical success.
Wonderful.
I will say, without the +2, would not have been a critical success. That was like the deciding factor.
Well, I'll take it.
That's fucking crazy. Okay, I'll show this guy's art now that we're not about to leap into imminent combat. Holy shit. Here's Gurlunk again. Teeth cored out like the rest of them to whistle. He's like, You're here for Monarchal?
Yes, we have come to pay tribute.
Oh. She is very strong, is true. She burned up old Shrilltooth. He kind of gestures behind. You guys can feel free to file into the room a little bit, but he gestures behind the throne and this like goblin corpse. I haven't touched that throne in weeks.
Yes, the king is dead. Long live the new king.
Queen.
Queen.
She
He
is.
quickly corrects himself.
She is queen. That was also half me real coughing. He's just like, give me. I'll say before they say anything else, everyone give me a perception check, just like a sense motive. On these folks here.
Alrighty, I'm off to a
All
strong
right,
start.
starting off fucking strong. Okay. All of you, except perhaps the Great Gangini, and then we'll add some more stuff on the nat 20 there. These guys are like either fully mind controlled or have bought this hook, line, and sinker that this enchantress is like the be all end all and to be followed forever. On the nat 20, I think Tarek, you think there's like a little bit of disappointment for the main guy. Probably thinking that if he brought some heroes to the person, that he would like earn some favor. I will say also on a sense motive, thinking back to what he said when you guys first entered the room, he said we'll feed them to the devil and Rip Nugget will leave us be. One thing you realize is that you guys realize like devil, capital D. This is a specific individual he's talking about.
Not a creature type. Okay.
Not a creature type, not like a general devil. It also seems like whatever this controlling force is in here, it seems like perhaps the enchantress is the carrot. Rip Nugget, this supposedly long dead goblin chieftain, is the stick.
Long dead goblin. I'm not mentally. I'm thinking that long dead goblin chieftain sounds like where one might find a source of goblin ghouls to begin with.
Intriguing.
So.
Yeah. All wrong because it did
What?
weird.
What, hold on. What you're
Nick's
kind of
your
cutting
robot
in and
real bad.
out, yeah. You good? You there? Oh nope.
Nope, she is not.
She dropped.
I think what Nix was saying right before she dropped was kill all the goblins.
No.
No.
I just rejoined.
Okay, I can. That's much better. It was like every other word.
I was just saying, one of whatever was like back here. I remember now think something is wrong because I wind whispered to them that the devil wants them to send down sacrifice or offerings.
Yeah, that definitely is shaking their reality a little bit. They fully believe that.
I have no idea what that thing was or what the effects of that will be, but it happened.
You see he kind of like re-shoulders his bow and kind of like wringing his hands. Great and powerful goblin zombie. In here, you slay because you're heroes? You see some of the others seem to kind of like look at him. Does anyone speak goblin?
I don't think I do.
Nope.
They kind of like look concerned and like bark things at him, like whistle a little bit. And he kind of like shouts them down. he yeah, I think that's probably all he says. What do you guys say in response to that?
Hmm. So
He says there's some great goblin zombie somewhere that he wants you guys to kill.
has this goblin zombie been terrorizing this place?
Yes, but of course, I mean, Mistress Menargle keeps us safe, keeps us secure.
How much?
Oh, pretty secure? Mostly secure.
No. How much are you going to pay us?
Yes, we ain't the type of folks who work for free.
Can I try to intimidate him with that?
Yeah, give me an
Just
intimidate
power
check.
level.
First one over his head, but you kind of like make your point known.
Yeah, I'm going to use my hero point.
Okay,
for
all right.
reroll
I was
that.
about to ask if you were gonna.
Much better.
He points over at like you see some of the spears on the ground have been like mounted in a row at the entrance of a cave up here to like the left of that throne. One of them he kind of like puts his hand on and is just like, this spear magic, extra good for keeping the cub in there, but you could take if you kill zombie.
I do like an Arcana check to see like how magic it is.
Sure, yeah. Give me an Arcana check on the spear.
All right, we're off to a good start.
He might be lying.
Okay.
All the spears are really covered in blood, and part of you, is just like they're all covered in blood. They're probably just regular spears.
Yeah,
Can I
Lupin
make
doesn't.
an Arcana check on it?
Sure.
Yeah, I would say Lupin doesn't say anything. He just rolls his eyes because he's thinking to himself like, why would I need a spear? I've got a gun.
It's an incredible attitude. Sylvina, it's a +1 striking spear.
All right.
So not like insanely magical, but certainly magical.
I'm just gonna say to Gerlunk, are you presuming to tell us what
Oh no.
what would be a good
there we go.
offering to Menargle instead of letting her tell us herself?
Jesus Christ. Give me an intimidate check. You've never really seen like a green goblin just go like deathly pale before, but Girdlunk somehow pulls it off. I would never. Don't tell her. I wouldn't. Benargle is blessed and knows what to do. I wouldn't. I couldn't do. Don't tell her I said that.
Oh, it's all right. Tell her what? And gives the obvious wink.
Give me a diplomacy check just to see if that lands, or like if Gerlunk even processes that.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like that's an intelligence check on his side.
On Gerlunk's side.
Yeah.
20 against 22.
All right. He did not roll well on that intelligence check. You see, he kind of does like not even a slow blink, but when you like he blinks one eye, then the other one, like out of sync, and he's just like, I don't. You could go ask
We
her.
can deal with the zombie,
that
and then we can
sounds-
discuss our payment with your master.
right. The only thing I don't know where his zombie is exactly.
Where is Minargle? She probably knows where it is.
Um, through a couple doors over that way. Shrilltooth might have known. He looks back at just like the burnt corpse on the thing. Looks like they haven't taken any of the goblin stuff. They kind of just left him here.
Go
Let him
walk
on, no,
past.
let's just let him on fire and let him sit.
Who's holding the torch?
I think a couple of you have light sources at the moment.
I'm gonna light a torch just so I can walk up and inspect the body myself.
All right. Give me 1 sec. Let me give you some torchlight here. Is anyone else inspecting the body too?
I'll have a look at it.
You guys look at it, but it's like Lupin's still kind of, antsy around these guys, so he's just sort of keeping an eye on them.
All right. Give me a perception check.
I'm gonna walk relatively with them, but I'm not necessarily looking at it. I just don't want to be left alone.
That's reasonable.
It looks like on those checks he had some sort of leather pack. It's kind of wedged behind his burnt rib cage. You'd probably have to move him, like disturb the body to get to it if he has any like clues left in there. Do you want to?
Would I use a telekinetic hand and make it easier?
Depend. I don't know how much telekinetic. If it's like mage hand, I think it is not enough weight. I will double check. Or like I don't think it can exert enough force to lift him.
I meant like
The pack
Pack.
is pretty much like wedged on and under him. Like you'd have
I
to
see.
move the corpse to get it to come out.
I'm gonna look real quick to see if the body is obviously booby trapped for anything.
I mean, on your perception check, you didn't see anything.
Okay. All right, I'll move the body aside and
All right.
say, I'll look over at them. Your colleague, your colleague has something here. Mind if I take a look?
You look back, and they're all just like fully have run back and are cowering behind pillars. And Gerlung's just like, bad luck.
I'm gonna move behind a wall.
As you go, I mean, they're not stopping you. They just seem to think it's bad luck. As you start pulling the body off the chair, your arm kind of hits the back of it as you're moving. Give me a reflex save as it begins to become wedged and the roof of the top of the back of the chair begins to grow teeth.
Ha!
Oh, fuck.
Shockingly good enough. Oh, both of you smashing it on that one. Holy shit.
Hoisted by my own petard.
I was wondering if you would go for it, considering
I didn't think it was gonna be the fucking chair.
I said it was going to be somewhere appropriate.
I didn't know there was a mimic involved at all today.
I got Shadow rewarded on the back end. All right, I'm gonna open
I was
up
hoping it was gonna get the
initiative.
rogue.
And Mimic, you got a good fucking bonus. Okay. Initiative indeed.
You back to back, not nice.
That's crazy because it got a 28. Crazy that it was specifically multiple 29s. Oh, Sausage isn't here. I'm gonna get Sausage out of here. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sausage isn't involved in this.
Yeah, we don't.
Insanely,
Spare the
as
weasel.
you rip your arm off this weird, like, adhesive layer of slime around the chair. You didn't see. First of all, you kind of just knock the body to the ground, and it makes, like crunchy bone sounds. It just splits apart. You hear one of the goblins like, ah! Just like, no. While, yeah, you fully get the reflex save off, which is pretty hard, and then you're going right before it.
Roland, would you care to start?
Here, I'll lead with a vicious swing.
Alright, I'll put you first in the order.
Actually, yeah.
Alright, that is a hit for 15. You see it, like, kind of lulls its tongue out. Looking over at Roland. Oh, sorry, I clicked beforehand, but you still have... Or is it... You still have one action, right? Because that's two actions for a vicious swing? Okay, you want to do a second swing?
Yeah.
Alright, hit me with it.
Nope.
That one will bounce off of the mimic. Alright, Tarek, having leapt away with preternatural reflexes here, what's your play?
Alright, I'm going to use my first two actions. I'm going to use Ignition, but I'm going to do it by using the two action. It'll increase as a touch attack. It will... Oh, wait, no, it's two actions by default, but I can increase the damage to d6s because I'm making a melee spell attack with it.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. $19?
19 is just shy.
Irritating. And then for my third action, I'll cast Bonk and just beat him over the head with my staff.
Okay, alright. You go for a staff impact on this mimic.
Darn. No good.
Alright, that's gonna be the mimic.
Launch.
It is indeed going to start launching. This thing is not remarkably intelligent, so it is going to roll evens odds on the pair of you. Odds, Tarek, evens, Roland. Tarek first.
Alright.
18 to hit.
Miss.
Ooh, alright.
AC's 20.
Attack number 2. Yeah, that'll hit. 26.
Oh, yep.
Not enough to crit, though, but we'll do some damage. That is going to be... 17 bludgeoning, and give me another reflex save for that adhesive.
One moment, please. So 17 down to 43. And reflex save. Yeah, I'll keep it.
It like smacks into you, takes a big old swing with one of those weird pseudopods it had sticking out, and like latches itself to you with that pseudopod.
Yeah, I thought it might, but I didn't. 9 is enough that I didn't want to risk a reroll.
It is going to... Oh, I forgot to make Roland roll a save for your sword hitting it. Would be a reflex save. You're fine. You pull the sword out from that brutal strike, no problem. It is going to use its third action to just try to do another bite now that it has you in its clutches, but it's not going to be enough.
Okay.
That is Lupin.
All right, I guess Lupin was like back here. He hears all the commotion. He's like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And he's just like, "What the fuck is that thing?"
It was meant for you.
All
You know what the big tip off should have been when I was looking this thing up last session? Is
Yeah.
the image is literally a fucking chair.
Yeah. As soon as you sent that to me, I was like, what's the default image in 2E? And I was like, oh, a tall wooden chair? Perfect.
All right, so he sees you guys wrestling with the mimic, and he decides like he doesn't want any part of that. So he's just gonna stand back here, and he's like, well, I got some magic. I can cast a bullet.
Shooting a mimic, crazy energy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Um,
All right.
I
Pistol.
cast
All right, here we
gun.
go.
Prepare to be
I
God.
cast gun. Yep.
all right.
Exactly.
That is a hit. Yeah.
All right.
God, I forgot
Is it a
gun
crit,
crits.
though?
It's not a crit. I forgot guns have fucking like fatal and they're insane. It is not a crit, but it does take 3 damage. You see some of the guns or the goblins are just like, oh, especially Gerlunk.
I imagine like being like a loud gun. It probably reverberates off the walls a little bit.
Oh yeah,
All right,
there's
so
certainly an echo.
Here. All right. So that's 1 action to move, 1 to shoot. I'll spend my final action to reload, and then that's all for me.
All right, hell yeah. All right,
I'll
Sorvina.
move over to here, also seeing that thing. I'll just be like, "Oh, did you all do to the chair?"
You also see, speaking of the chair, there appears to be a creature behind all of those spears they left. To which he called it the cub.
Do we know what the cub is?
You see as a large, almost reptilian creature covered in spikes. If anyone wants to make I would say a nature or a occultism check. All right. Just Tarek here. Tarek, you know that this is a hodag.
Pardon?
I'll spell it out.
Okay.
They are these like weird reptilian predators about the size of a bull. Typically only in very remote areas. They're often recounted by like drunken loggers and miners. They do spend a lot of time kind of hidden away in places like that. So down here in a mine would make sense. They have dozens of spines, just like snout to tail, all over the place. They're usually very hard to see when they're making an effort. It looks like this is like not really making an effort. Weirdly, it's kind of just like sitting there, out of reach of the spears. I would say at 27, you would also know that one of the things that it likes to do is grab enemies and just fucking toss them around. Ideally, it loves to toss them straight up and just impale them on its back for later consumption.
No.
I would say on a 27, though, you would know, like, this is, like, it doesn't look right. It looks sickly. It's, like, looks almost malnourished.
Gotcha.
Here's a hodag.
Pretty cute.
Pretty cute.
Yeah.
Certainly better looking than the bunyip.
I am a sucker for the bunyip, though. I mean, you observe it, it's there. You see the mimic is here too, Sylvina. It doesn't look like this hodag is getting involved in any way. So do what you think you would still do with that turn, but you do see it, as did like the rest of you when you look up.
But yeah, I think I'm more concerned about the chair, and I can't do that
Understandable.
much this turn. So I'm gonna channel elements.
All right, little motes of energy begin to float through the air. You're channeling wind right now, right?
Channeling. When I channel elements, I channel both.
Oh, that's right. You do channel both. So kind of the
My
breeze picks up and here motes of
attenuator
fire.
is just set to wind,
Gotcha. Hell yeah.
which is the little. Yeah. Also, I figure because gate attenuator just says like round object for description, Sylvina's probably looks like the Callistria holy symbol, but with like an
that's
empty
fucking
middle
cool.
part.
I think I literally have a Callistria Holy Symbol with an empty middle part on the shelf behind me.
And
I'll look for that
I'm
at break
going
time.
to just do, and I'm gonna use that setting these ones as the pacified elements, the the 4 people who aren't me, and then I will 1 action elemental blast.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
go fire at the mimic.
Okay. You call up this blast of flame.
27 to hit for 5.
That does indeed hit. Alright, starting to chip away at its
And
damage
that's
here.
for me.
The Great Gangini.
All right, I'm gonna move here. I think that looks good. And I'm gonna, I guess I'll slashing gust it. I hope mimics can bleed. That sounds plausible. I've made worse things bleed before. That does not look successful.
16 does not hit as you send that cantrip its way.
Okay.
And you moved, that was 2 actions, right? Alright, so rolling.
Yeah.
Alright, moving in for that flank maneuver.
Gonna try to end it. I gotta use some channel points to reroll that.
Goodness, 15. Woof.
I'm gonna use some channel points on
Alright.
that one. There we go.
Woof.
Alright, that does hit, and it is bloody now, but it does pull through after that 34.
Okay.
Tarek, you are currently, like, stuck up with, like, this mimic's slime.
You.
Roland, your sword, despite that heavy blow, is now stuck into the side of the mimic.
All right. For mine,
You could try to like make a check to escape, or make like an athletics check to just like brute force it.
Do I know if I'm stuck to this thing? Does it then just get to eat me?
You don't think it's just gonna consume you, but it's making it way easier to bite you.
All right. Is it an action to do an athletics check?
Yes, it'd be 1 action.
All right. I'll do that with my first one.
Woo!
That does it.
That does do it. I kind of like pulling some fucking arm hair off there as you like rip it the pseudopod off of your body.
Yeah. And then I'm going to try and again do a melee ignition on him. I'd rather not burn any of my bigger spells on a mimic if I can help it.
You reach out trying to burn this creature.
I like to think that he's making the swing with the staff on it, even though it's because
yeah.
I'm casting it because I'm casting it through the staff of fire. So.
Let's see it.
Ooh, 23.
23 will most assuredly do it.
And I need to re-roll the damage because I'm using d6s because I'm using it in melee.
Oh, yep. So roll 3d6.
A little better.
A little better. Getting down to the wire there. It's looking really hurt as it kind of like swaying on the spot. You see it starts to lose just completely that chair shape. It's almost like an amorphous blob at this point. It is still alive, though, and it's going to try to make some pseudopod attacks while it can. First one at Roland. Roland 22.
Beats.
12 bludgeoning, and give me a reflex save to not get caught up. You and your sword are caught up against this thing right now.
So what does that mean? I can't use my arms, or
You're pretty much, yeah, you're like being held still essentially. But you can make an athletics check on your turn to bust out. Essentially you're like grappled right now, so you could still do one-handed stuff. Since it's already holding you, it's going to try to go for that other bite. You said 22 met it last time, so that'll hit. Gonna be 16 that time. Then it'll miss the last attack. Lupin. You see this thing lashing out
Alright.
desperately, trying to take your friends down with it.
Alright, I'll go ahead and hang here for the moment, and I'll go ahead and take a shot at it with my pistol.
Not quite enough.
Alright, I'll go ahead and reload, and then I'll duck back behind the wall, just so if I take cover.
Alright, you post up behind the wall, pressing your back to the cold stone. Solvina.
Alright, I will start with a 2-action or flying flame, which is 2 actions going through it, and that's just like the fire wasp
Okay.
for 8.
It's a basic reflex save. It does fail. It is almost just a pile of slag on the floor, but it's somehow barely standing.
Alright, and then I will do a 1-action fire elemental blast. I assume that does not hit.
Does not hit. Gangini, I'm pretty sure. Oh, sorry. You have the thing, Sylvina?
No, that's it. That's
Okay.
that's 3 actions.
Gangini, you think if you can connect with it, it's probably dead.
Okay. Oh boy, time to roll another 3.
That's not a 3.
Holy
that's pretty
shit! Whipping through the air, this slice. The air briefly seems to, like, anime slash across it and like divide. The mimic goes down into a pile of goo. The burnt corpse just next to this pile. XP wise, everyone is going to get 80 XP.
All right, so we are at 878 total.
Getting close, getting close.
Oh, I'm so ready for my next level.
Same.
It's gonna be a bunch of back end work for me, but it's gonna be so nice.
I'm scared for sure.
Level 5 is always where builds start coming together.
It's gonna be nice. It's not where I get like my main damage, but my damage goes up a significant amount.
How much is a lesser healing potion again?
I think it's 50.
No, it's I think he needs the roll for it.
Oh, you mean health wise? I think lesser. Let me see. Check the compendium. Lesser. Come on, not healer's gel.
There it is.
2d8 plus 5.
5.
There we go.
2d8 plus 5.
Perfect.
I have a couple of heals prepped, but I think we can.
Okay, perfect.
Can you do the
Can do a
Can you do the
medicine check
heal-
on that.
yeah.
Yeah, I can do a medicine check as well.
I'll do one for you.
All right.
It will fail.
It did fail.
Failed.
He was right.
Mine
So
failed
did that
too.
one.
All right, awesome.
The goblins watch you guys just really badly try to bandage each other up.
I'm honestly, I might spend a hero point. What's your health at, Roland?
I'm down like 14. It's either I tank or you tank.
I'll do it. I'll
I
spend a
can
hero point on that.
I can give you guys a potion if you want one. I
have a couple as well. I'm just trying to conserve resources before we get further into the place.
Yeah.
All right. I just figure I have a lot of health and I'm unlikely to get hit that much ideally. So.
All right, let me try this again. Better.
I'd say always save them because we can do healing potions in combat. We can't do medicine checks outside of combat.
gotcha.
In
That's true.
combat.
Yeah. So I am not. I regain no health, but I bandage Roland up.
It's Lupin will holster his gun, like put his coat over it, and then just sort of like walk back over to everyone's like, think the goblins might be interested in my piece.
You see Gerlunk
Tarek-
is like behind Lupin, like slowly reaching for the piece to like stroke it with a finger.
It's like you touch that, you're going to lose more than that finger, mon ami.
I wasn't going to.
Tarek is going to move forward and have a look at the Hodag.
How much does the medicine check heal?
Oh, right.
If you succeed, that's not a critical success, so just 2d8.
10.
The medicine does take
okay.
like 10 minutes though, so if are you guys spending that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Are the rest of you all good with that?
That should be
Sure.
fine. Unless this thing's attacking us actively, which I don't think it is.
Tarek, you see like there's a line of spears here. Also, the room is like slightly, you can see from that ledge, like lower than the rest of this area. Honestly, not enough that it probably could get out if it wanted to. Now that you're up
You said it
close and
looks-
personal with Cruncher, yeah, give me a nature check to examine it. Or you could also do medicine. Up to you. But I feel like nature's probably better for you. Yeah, 28.
They're both the same.
You would think that Hodags are moderately intelligent. Like, it's not going to talk or anything, but it might understand if you try to talk to it. Mechanically, at this point, it has the enfeebled condition due to its mistreatment. You can also see like its eyes are roomy, like caked with gunk. Has a couple of like untreated wounds on its side. I think on 28, you're like, if you treated this thing's wounds, it might take a liking to you.
I'll try and do that. So do I need to make another nature check to? All right. Yeah. I'll try and I'll come up and see if I can't treat it a bit. I think Tarek in particular would have interest in getting a beast back on its feet.
Oh, careful, Cruncher's in there. You
I
see
don't
like
even look back.
dozens of gnawed bones down here. There's bits of broken armor and weaponry lying around too. Just foul-smelling cavern, clearly like animal waste and shed scales and spines. As you go to approach it, I'd say, yeah, give me a nature check as you make your way into the cave.
Decent. I don't want to risk a reroll on that one.
It kind of has like a low growl in the back of its throat, but it doesn't attack or anything. It's like letting you approach. Go ahead and move yourself closer. I will say, as you kind of step down to this lower level, pushing the spears out of the way, you can see there's a stone staircase headed down, like over to its left.
I'll look back to the groove and say, "There's a staircase back here. Goes further down." Gurlunk, where does this go?
Sorry. Stairs leading up. Excuse me. That's the wrong angle.
Up. All right.
I'm like looking at my map backwards here. I will say very shallow steps. I don't think it goes up to the surface or anything.
Oh, okay.
Gorlunk kind of looks at the stairs, squints at the stairs in the back, and he's just like, "Oh, that's Longfinger's room." He really likes the skittery ones. A lot of legs. Ooh,
All right. I'll
he's
move
got
closer. And then-
big knife fingers too.
I just say to Tarek, if you go in there, I'm not coming in after you.
Tarek nods.
We have we should go to the north.
One moment.
All right.
Give me a medicine check.
That I'm re-rolling. I'm gonna spend channel points for that.
Okay.
Better.
You're able to kind of like wipe away the gunk in his eyes. He has like bright red glowing eyes as you clear them away. Kind of just like eyes fixed on you after you do that first. You're able to treat the wounds around him. You think he's probably like not enfeebled as much and will probably be okay after like 8 hours of rest. But you see kind of like settles down lower into its nest to rest its body.
So, Tarek will gently kind of stroke the head a bit and then walk back to the group.
All right.
Creature like that doesn't deserve to rot down here. Let's go.
I think they said Minorval is over to the right.
Give yourselves a hero point for that, for treating Cruncher. Additionally, everyone is going to gain another 80 experience. And yes, he did say Menargle's over that way. He would also tell you, like, apart from the staircase, through this door over here on the left, he would just say, like, oh, that's another way to Lord Longfinger's room.
Understood. Alright, we're up to 958 XP.
Yep.
How much do we think these goblins are worth?
I will say, if you are able to,
No.
Goblins.
if you're able to leave without killing them, you'll still get XP for defeating them.
Not as much.
Although I'm not going to reward it. No, it's the same amount. I'm not going to
No.
reward it till you guys are like successful in this mission, but it's there.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, do we want to deal with Minorval or try and deal with the skeleton goblin first? Also, is there a door here?
Give me a perception check.
We all help with that, or
You can try, yeah. I'd say everyone can make their own checks.
Oh, pants. We have no idea.
Can I
Same-
spend a hero point on Tarek?
On.
Unfortunately, I don't think so.
I'll allow it sometimes. I think we're gonna do it all the time because I think it's gonna be too much of a power boost to get to trade.
Too strong.
I think that's too strong. I'll allow it if
Right.
if you convince me with the right circumstances. But I think in this case, no, you can't be like, hey,
All right,
Tarek,
that's fair.
look again.
Channel points are channel points are its own thing.
I'll allow a channel point if you want to pay to reroll it, but hero point itself.
Yeah, I want to pay to reroll it.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
All right.
Give it another whirl, Tarek.
Well, better.
You get a bit more of like the intricate detail. Like there's some crazy metamorphic rock down here in the walls, but no door. There's a visible door over here.
Let's go pay a visit to Menargle.
Yeah, I don't think we know where the skeleton goblin is, do we?
We were going to talk to Menargle, and she was going to point us in that direction.
Gotcha. Okay.
You guys opening?
So, I'll open. I'll let Sylvina and Gangini kind of take lead as far as talking, but I'll go ahead and open it.
Right. I mean, you're gonna find your way into a small branched corridor. There's a door leading up, presumably where Menargle will be in the. They said she was farther up. There's also a door kind of to the lower right over here. Both shut. Neither seems locked.
Can I take a listen to the one to the lower one that's shut?
Yeah, give me a perception check. You don't hear anything down there.
To our knowledge, Menargle is the enchantress that has enslaved these goblins, right?
Correct.
I think ideally we're killing both the undead goblin and her, so
Yeah.
that gets rid of both of the problems that were.
I think we just have to pick a direction we want to take. There was a door to the right in the entrance room,
Hmm.
so
That is true.
Minerva's probably up this way.
I think she's
So
further up.
maybe
Yeah.
we want to explore this way first.
All right. I'll.
Okay.
Did I see? Can I see if there's the door? Did the door look trapped at all?
No,
Okay.
it's kind of a shitty wooden door, goblin construction.
All right.
Seems
Ooh,
to be a
booze.
food storage room. The walls of this room are stacked high with barrels, crates. Atop of these are further stacked with like bulging burlap sacks. The whole room kind of smells vaguely of like pickle brine and spoiled food.
So okay, goblin larder.
Yeah, you're pretty sure it's like a goblin larder.
Okay.
Any other doors in the room?
That's,
Seems
that's what I
empty.
see.
Just a storage
All right.
chamber.
And then we'll have to check out down here
Later.
later. I guess for now we go up to try and find Minerva.
Yeah. I guess we'll see if this how this goes.
Over a dozen filthy mounds of rags and straw lie heaped in this room, filling the air with the stale stink of body odor. A clear path runs between the southern door and another door to the north. As you enter, you see kind of like groggily rubbing their eyes, probably woken up by all the noise recently, but haven't gotten out of their piles of straw beds. You see just like 6 truly exhausted looking goblins. Like, no check needed. They are obviously fatigued and need sleep.
Go back to sleep. Sorry for waking you.
Give me a pretty hard diplomacy check. +2, because you are trying to whistle.
Went.
You see one of them almost dejectedly raise his dog slicer sword, and they're gonna attack for combat.
Wait. Oh crap.
We don't even want to kill these guys.
They're goblins. This is why you kill them on sight.
Oh, good grief.
Oh my god!
Clean up.
what's up? That's
I
a hell of
thought
a knife.
they were asleep. Oh, sorry, they don't have dog slicers. They have horse choppers. Classic mistake. 2 very common goblin
Yes,
weapons.
big difference. Big difference.
Yeah, horse choppers are basically just a little bigger. Oops, sorry, I forgot to take him out of the order. This body's dead. Roland.
Yeah, I'm gonna sudden charge right on through everybody.
Just shouldering people out of the way.
Where do I want to be? I'll be right here.
All
And
right,
I'll
bursting into the
try to
room. They've like barely readied their weapons. It looks like they've been sleeping in their armor, which like obviously bad idea. It can fatigue you. It's not a great place to sleep.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, I need initiative.
Are these guys actually fatigued?
Oh, they are actually fatigued, mechanically and visually fatigued.
Alright.
Which one do you
Oh,
kill?
Jesus.
Which one do you kill?
Top one.
Sprint in, full head flying off of its body, like hits the other goblin in the head. He's like, "Ow, shit!" And just falls back into the straw, leaking blood.
Right. And I'll swing around for a second attack on the one to my left. No.
Nah, that was not gonna do it. Solvina.
I'm behind the goblins. I just forgot to roll initiative in time.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on. All right. I mean, they're gonna just kind of dogpile you guys.
It's directly on my square.
Oh shit! You're in two different places on my screen. You're on this one.
Interesting. I'm right by the. I'm in the doorway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was different on my other window for some reason. I have two windows open: the
Interesting.
stream one and then my angle. For some reason, they get mixed up sometimes. So probably more of a breakdown like this then. 3 are going to try to bully Roland with flanking. 2 are going to try to bully Tarek without flanking. They are taking penalties from this. Here are... So move... Go ahead.
Where did this one move from?
You have op attack because you're a fighter. You could op attack him.
Oh, wait, he's not leaving my space, is he?
Ooh,
So I don't
what's the
think it
phrasing
matters.
for it in 2E? Is it through or out of? What is it called? It's not attack opportunity. It's for your ability. What's your thing called? Opportune strike.
It's not on my sheet yet.
I think it's like reactive strike, I believe.
Oh, reactive. That sounds right. Okay, a trigger. Creature within reach uses manipulate.
Uses a move action.
It did use a move
within
action
my reach.
to move through you, to move past you. So I would say that would count.
And this doesn't count towards, or my attack penalty is reset.
Let me see. I immediately tabbed away. Doesn't count. It doesn't count toward the multiple attack penalty now.
Okay.
All right. This one runs by you and you just slice across its gut and it skids across the floor, dead. So it's just gonna be 2 attacks from the one next to Tarek then that lived. First one's gonna be a hit, and then
This is against me.
yeah.
Okay.
Does a math 21 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, so 2 hits on Tarek. Well, definitely showing that they're tired. One was minimum damage, one was one above minimum damage. 4 and 5 damage.
Okay.
And then
Down here.
gonna be 6. I'll do them 2 at a time because of attack penalties on Roland. Actually, 3 from the one on your left because you ran into him. Okay, he will crit miss.
You rolled a 32?
He rolled a nat 20. Didn't get 10 over you.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ, these guys are so tired. He rolled a 1 on both of the damage dice for the crit. 5 damage, basically just as much as the other guy did to Tarek.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ, guys, you're so sleepy. What are we doing? All right.
Somehow I don't think these guys will be enough to level us up.
Probably not.
What's your AC right now? 22.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 more hits total across the 4 hits from those last 2 goblins. That one's a bit better. 8 and 4. So 5, 8, and 4. 17 total. And that's gonna be the fatigued goblins. Sylvina?
All right. Real.
What if you go to the right first? There's another goblin right here.
Oh, okay.
You can't see it from your angle, but if you went to Tarek, I mean, you would have
Yeah.
seen it like lunge into his square. It attacked him, but you'd be able to get.
Yeah.
How far can you send your guys?
The problem is I've got 30 feet. I think I can only hit 2 no matter what I do.
No, you can hit 3.
Oh, they're 3 that way?
You wouldn't get to the 4th, like the one that's directly in front of your sight line. Do you have to have line of sight on them?
No.
In that case, yeah, you can bend it to the right and hit 3.
I just choose how I can can send it.
I mean, you also would have, like, in game world, you saw those 3 attacking your allies. Like, they're not just
Yeah.
static in that square, you know what I mean?
Alright, so we'll send it that way.
Oh my god. Maybe one of those passed on reflex saves.
8.
Okay.
Fire.
One of them passes, but still takes half, I believe. Yeah, because basic reflex save.
Yes.
So, first guy takes 8. Middle guy takes 4. Third guy takes 8. The 2 that took 8 look about bloodied each. Oh, whoops, that was too much. All right, there we go.
And then I will send just a fire elemental blast at the only one I can see directly.
Okay, you kind of shoot it past Tarek.
21 for 1 fire.
I mean, hey, he takes that 1 fire, baby. On the board. Lupin.
All right.
My
So hit
my basic
start.
elemental blast becomes 2d6 next level.
We're so close to making it again.
And
Forward here.
yeah.
Boop. Then boop. And then let's see here. So that's one action. Second action, I would like to attempt to tumble through this guy here right in front of me.
Hell yeah. Give me an acrobatics check. You just like triangle jump, like boot off of this wall, land behind him. He
Alright,
is like
I guess that's
2.5 feet tall. You can vault him pretty easy.
all right. And then
Step
final
over him.
action. Yep. I'll go ahead and attempt to stab him.
All right. Oh.
27 for 3.
That is 10 over. That is a crit. So you actually deal 15 to him. That one looks barely alive. Perhaps could have been
Right.
dead with a little bit more damage from that 1 damage blast.
All right. That's all for me.
Vicious rapier strike appears out the front of the goblin's chest from your guys' point of view. Tark.
Question: for doing a cone, it has to, like, if I was going to project it, it'd have to be from. Oh, where's my damn ruler?
You want me to get some cones
Like from
out?
basically from. Yes, please.
What?
Oh, you know what? Then I
15?
could not have.
15, please.
I could not have done the 1 damage.
Oh, pourquoi?
I had to use 1 action on pacifying infusion,
Oh, gotcha.
so I didn't hit Tarek and Lupin.
Okay. Gotcha. Then that'll be game changing for sure.
Clearly.
15-foot cone. I don't have a good fire one right now, but these come pre-made, so we'll use some cone of color. That's one way if you do it from like a corner of your square.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or it would be 1, 3, 3 next to you, like 1 square,
That's
then
what I
2, then
thought.
3.
Yeah, short version is I'm running up the same thing Nyx did. I can't quite hit 3 of them because of the shape of it.
If
Alright,
you
what I'm
went...
gonna do- I'm gonna move up 1 space. I think I can at least get the 2. Well, if I go straight to the right, using the 1 and 3 3 cone,
yeah.
then I can at least get a couple of them. But I don't think there's an easy way.
It's
for me to
basically either you get the one next to you and then the one in the middle of that row, or the middle and the one above him. So like either these 2 or these 2.
Alright.
Dealer's choice, really.
Yeah. What I'll do then? I'll go ahead and move up 5 feet.
All right.
If I move down 1 space, can then Roland, are you okay? I was going to breathe fire here. Although no, even if I do that, I still only get 2 of them. Then yeah. Okay. Then yeah, I'll move up a space.
Yeah, I don't think there's a great angle where you get.
It's just
bunch of them.
yeah. So I'm at least going to do it where I don't hit any of allies, and then I'm going to expend a charge from the Staff of Fire to breathe fire.
All right. You blow it that way as a burst of flame emits from the staff.
Okay.
I'm gonna get 2
DC
saves.
19.
Both fail, and take 6 damage.
Okay.
The one to the right of Roland is looking barely alive. The one below is also bloody now. Gangini.
All right. Trying to get like a sight line mostly. Okay. Can I hit how do I ping?
Hold down, click.
All right. Can I hit? Oh, hit these two with a slashing gust.
Is it in a straight line, right?
It's 2 targets within 60 feet.
Yeah, you get both of them. Assuming you hit anyway. Yeah, those are not gonna hit.
I accidentally did 3, and the third one wouldn't have hit.
It's okay. They all 3 of them didn't hit. There's just like bloody straw fucking whirling through the room right now. Some of it like slightly on fire all over the place.
You got a 5 in there. It's better than average.
Roll it.
Gonna snap around and hit this one.
Hell yeah.
I assume 36 fishes them off.
Yeah, that'll do, believe it or not. You mean like almost double the health that they basically have?
As scattered chunks of goblins splatter against the wall.
Yeah, second attack on this one.
Alright. That will also hit, and he was badly damaged anyway. Shing shing, can we go for the trifecta?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a third.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Just like
Natural 20. Let's fucking go.
lopped in half torsos, fucking throats cut, just a whirlwind of 3 rapid fire strikes. 3 goblin commandos fall dead.
Oh god.
Jesus. Fighters are pretty great, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, at least now you know who's the fucking menace of this campaign is.
That being
Aren't I
said,
the menace of every campaign?
that being said, I think of everybody, he's routinely been the one that's been reduced to low health. The enemies quickly figure out who to target.
Well, so you weren't there for it, Boz. Early in the game, Ben declared Shaw as like a fucking menace in combat.
Just
And
'cause
then
he
Wilco
is.
showed up.
Oh my god.
Wilco
Different
only went
styles
down.
of menace.
The fatigued goblin rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3 for his 3 attacks. Way to keep it consistent,
Hey,
goblin. Sylvina?
That's almost as good as me.
All right. I'm gonna walk up here. How's he looking?
Bloodied.
Cool. I'm just going to do a 2-action elemental blast.
Just fucking point blank falcon punching this poor goblin.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes. I just have to remember something quickly.
I believe in you. You can remember this.
I can't remember if there are extra things on melee elemental blast or not.
This is what I love about Fighter. All I need to
don't
do remember is swing sword.
That is true. Which direction to swing sword?
Oh, right. Yeah. We're not gonna do that. We're just
Okay.
gonna not do that because, well, does enfeebled 1 just hurt strength checks, or does it hurt things that add strength modifier?
I will double check. I think just checks. strength-based rolls and DC, including strength-based melee attacks, strength-based damage, and athletics checks.
Okay, so the specific way this is phrased on Elemental Blast is add your strength modifier to the damage roll. Oh, just to the damage. Never mind.
Okay.
And I don't think it's gonna do anything with that because my modifier is just 0. So we're fine to do it to all. Do actual 30 for 8 damage.
That absolutely crits. So
Okay.
8 to
That should
16.
just be
Just like point blank blast of energy directly into this goblin's face. He is toast.
I'm just gonna like wave Gangini in and then just close the door behind us.
Okay. I will accept the invitation.
Gonna chug a potion real quick.
First things first, everybody gets oh god, I have hiccups. 30 experience.
Oh,
Isn't that like comically close? Yeah. That's
Or 12
about
points
it.
off.
Close. So close.
So close. Look, you were right. The sleepy goblins aren't gonna do it. There's one more door.
So what are we at right now?
988 out of 1,000. Or
Correct.
Look, all I'm saying is we go to the previous
No.
room.
No.
No.
cease the murder hobo.
They're goblins. They don't count. They're not real people.
Jesus.
Racist. Racist.
He's gonna get fucking sued in this world.
They need to be as tall as Terra for me to give a shit about them.
Hey, there's goblins wearing suits in Absalom Station these days, baby. Granted, their their canonical pickle cart is really gross, but they're trying.
What's it called?
Pickle cart?
I have
In one of the
questions that I don't
APs,
know.
there's these two goblins in suits who like run a pickle cart in Absalom.
Have you ever read is it? I think it's Snuff by Terry Pratchett.
No.
That sounds familiar. God, I've read a lot of Terry Pratchett.
It's his Discworld book about goblins.
I've read
My
Goblin
friend was
Slayer.
telling me about it, but I have not read. I have not read Snuff. I assume it's probably pretty
Anyway.
good.
I mean, it's Discworld, you know.
I mean, Discworld always hits. I feel like.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, there's a
So,
one more
I'll
door
walk
here.
up to the door here, and hopefully, so we don't get, walk in on some sleeping goblins again. I'll put one of my big fuzzy ears up against the door and see if I can hear anything.
Give me a perception check.
Ah, 10.
You hear the heavy breathing right behind you.
You hear like very quiet chanting. It sounds like someone is doing a prayer. It's in Goblin though. So I'm not really sure what she's saying.
Yeah, I'll go back to everyone. It's like, I think I hear somebody praying in there. Should I knock?
No.
Oh, just open the door.
All right. And I open the door.
All right. You see Minergal whip around, a skull with a bat on top affixed to her head, terribly constructed flintstone scythe, and describe the room to you as well. You're seeing here. A mound of rags and furs lies against the west wall of this room, while to the east is a low, flat rock on which several animal bones and a human skull have been stacked to create a grisly incense burner. But it's the north wall that commands your attention, for here a frightening shape made of bones, stretched hide and leather, and fibrous fungi looms. The shape resembles a great bat-winged horse, with a mouth filled with fangs that seems to be emerging from the wall to loom over a blood-stained altar.
So this also looks like the Devil of Sandpoint.
Correct. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. That is, you got it.
Okay.
You see she turns around. Who are you?
whoa, whoa. And Lupin will hold up his hands. Oh, easy, easy, mon ami. We're just here to talk.
Give me a diplomacy check.
All right. Let me check something else real quick. All right. All right. 23.
23. You see she's kind of just like holding a ball of green energy. It's like oscillating in her palm.
All right. Here. Say here. Uh, he'll keep one hand up and then slowly start here. Just as a offer of friendship. He thinks trying to say here, and I'll go ahead. I think I might be doing this right, but he pulls out a flask. How about I offer you a drink? It's offer a piece.
So she narrows her eyes and kind of like snatches it out of your hands and takes a swig, adding it back. What are you, heroes of the pit? Have you come with tidings from he whose breath is death?
Something like that. We want to talk to you about your zombie problem.
Yeah, we're going to talk about your curse extended warranty.
You must have been sent to do as the smoke-mouthed father decrees.
Yeah, that's us.
Then, give me a. I'll say you still get the +1 from the flask, but give me a bluff check.
48.
Perfect. I knew he would send aid soon. We are most faithful.
Well, allow me to introduce myself. He'll give a very bow. It's like, my name is Arsène Raoul Lupin, but most folks just call me Lupin.
I am Menargle, witch and priestess of the Sandpoint, devil in all his glories.
But of course, I'm not here. My friends are here to help me out as well, and I'll move to the side, motion everyone else to come join me in the room.
If what your fuzzy friend says is true, I will show you where the one that needs to be put back into his grave is. You call him Zombie. She's like clearly like calm is not her first language. She's like, Zombie is small undead, shambles around, yes.
Yeah.
Something worse. Felt his presence as soon as he arrived. It was only thanks to me calming down the rest of the Whistlefangs with my power that he didn't kill all of them, only roast the previous chieftain. Without my quick thinking and groveling, the Whistlefangs would be no more.
Where is he?
Behind door hidden in the wall of the throne room.
I fucking called it.
What?
Told you all. Sorry.
She's like, what? I have the key. You were sent by he whose breath is death, and we should go. We should make haste.
So lead on.
What? Can I just pat Roland on the back and say, like, it's time?
What are you trying to do on the back?
Just, like, give Roland a little, like, tap.
For murder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought. Oh, wait. Okay, I thought she was gonna show us.
You want
Oh,
to take her through the room with all of the dead goblins?
Oh, fair.
All right.
So yeah, once we hear she is the key, I'm just gonna tap Roland on the back and tell him it's time.
All right, everyone. I'll say
Oh.
give me a bluff check to like hide that you're about to just rush this woman.
I think that's for Selena.
I'd say all of you,
Is it-
honestly. Let's do a group bluff check.
Yeah,
Whoa,
after that, I think.
part.
Pretty good so far.
I think average wise, it's not bad.
We need one more, don't we?
I clicked it. It's
Yeah, we gotta see what Tarek rolled. Okay, so
Uh-oh.
basically,
I'm gonna use a hero point.
okay, go for it. Right now, she basically has to beat a 16. Still a 16.
Oh dear. I went from a 6 on the die to a 3 on the die.
You aren't believers. You weren't sent by him, gods. And we're gonna roll for initiative.
The
God.
guards that are already dead.
Oh yeah, they're full dead. She doesn't know that though. They kind of get up to mischief a lot, so she kind of just attributed the noises to that. Oh shit! I already rolled her initiative. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm gonna put.
There's
it back
like
to what it
There's like a goblin face hanging from my sword.
was. A lot of blood on you, that's for sure. Selena, what is your bonus?
My bonus is +1.
Okay, then she will go first.
Or wait, no, it's wisdom. It's wisdom, isn't it?
Yeah, plus like your other, if you have anything, there should be some other modifiers,
Then
but yeah.
It's.
Oh, I can just hover over yours.
Are we including?
It's +6 for you.
proficiency? 'Cause- Okay, +6.
Hers is higher than that, so she will go before you.
All right.
All right. You see, kind of just like purses her lips around like the central two teeth, and just like lets out a high pitched whistle. And let's see, as she expands that whistle, she's gonna step up here first. I'm gonna need a reflex save from Roland, Tarek, and Sylvina. As just like balls of cursed green flame start to flow through the room. All right, fail, pass, fail.
fail on a 21. Ouch.
So the success is Sylvina. Sylvina, you take, and this I think you reduce anyway, but it is 12 fire damage.
No, I take that many.
Oh, okay. You take 12 fire damage. Those of you who
I don't
failed. Okay.
I think I gain innate resistance from anything.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. As this strange, foul-smelling green fire and smoke ball washes over you. The two of you that failed. Wait, that's not enough. There we go. Tarek and Roland take 25 fire damage and are currently sickened 1 by the weirdly agonizing pain of the burns.
25?
25 fire damage.
Ow.
You should know better than to do anything against him. She like gestures behind her at the strange taxidermy. Sylvina.
Okay. I'll shoot a 2 elements air kinetic blast at her
All right.
for lightning damage. 18 for 5 lightning or 5 electric.
You see she like spins her scythe in front of her and just like slaps the lightning away.
All right.
You
And
are
then-
not favored. Only the favored can live.
I'll just move back here. That will be it for me.
All right, Lupin.
All right. Go ahead and stride. So I get over here, get in a flank with Roland.
Hell yeah.
Dupe. Second action, go ahead and attack with my sword. Alright, 22 for 6.
That does hit.
Hits. Alright, and since I'm in flanking, I do get that extra d6 sneak attack.
Hell yeah. Roll it up.
Damage! Yeah!
Oh, hell yeah. You pinpoint her vitals through the goblin armor she's wearing and deal a smooth 12. She looks like she could take that damage a lot better than the other goblins you've been killing.
That makes sense. Alright, and then final
Oh,
action.
sorry, yep, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just do 5 footsteps so I can clear the way for anybody else here. And then that's all for me.
Alrighty.
If you stay,
I'll say if you
in
stay, you
one
do get
place near
flanking.
her, you can keep rolling having flanking.
That's true. Alright, in that case, I'll go ahead and hang there, and I'll just make a second attack with map.
Alright, go for it.
Ooh boy.
I think you still get your sneak attack on that one as well, or is it only once per turn? I think you get it on both.
Let me throw sneak attack up.
I mean,
Oh,
you
jeez.
definitely deal another 13 at least, so you've done 25. That's just rapid fire stabs with this rapier.
We can't says when the enemy's off guard, you deal an extra 1d6 precision damage. As your rogue level increases, I don't see any mention
Yeah, I don't
about
think it
once
limits.
per turn.
Yeah, fucking throw
Yeah,
another
alright,
d6 on
cool.
it. 25 damage up to 28. Another 3.
There we go.
Rapid fire
Alright, I'll
strikes
just-
from Lupin.
All right, yep. Go ahead and hang here.
All right, over to Roland.
Isn't that doubled though?
Precision. Oh, precision. Let me see. Is precision doubled into? It's not in 1E, but I've been playing too much 1E. Yeah, it is doubled in this edition. Go ahead and roll another d6.
All right.
All right, over 30 damage. She's not yet bloodied though.
You don't like to hear that.
You
have skipped over
shared
me.
a drink with me. Sorry, I hit. There we go. You shared a drink, and you stabbed my backbones. That does connect.
Gives a toothy grin and just says like, "It's what I do."
It's what I do. She is bloody now.
Are you gonna try to get into melee, Tarek, or?
No, don't worry about it.
All right, then I'll just follow up with a
Just triple
another
tapping.
swing.
Oh, that was a vicious swing.
Oh, double
yeah, so-
tap.
Yeah, double tap.
Nope.
She will pair that away, although your first one did bloody her. Tarek, that is over to you.
1
If you
second.
could keep me up with some healing, that'd be great.
Let's see, I'm checking something real quick. Let's see. Yeah, I'll move up, off to the side. Do a healing burst because that'll heal her as well. I'll go ahead and burn one of my level 1s. And then hope I survive this round. Otherwise, next turn I'm gonna have to. Actually, no. I'm gonna stride. I'm gonna take a potion, and then I'm just gonna hit. I'll hit you with a regular. Which is a regular. How much? How much are you down? Actually, yes, you took 25, didn't you?
I'm like halfway down. 28.
really not worth it just to do a single action low level one. All right, yeah, I'll just use 2 actions to do a low level heal on roll and so for 1d8 plus 8, and then hope I survive the round. I have my resilience, so burn a level 1.
You could have like always just healed me first and then moved into the corner.
Well, I wasn't touching you. I have to be able to touch you in order to do it.
Right, right.
So you heal 15.
Thank you.
The 2-action one has a range of 30 feet, James.
Does it?
It says 1
Yeah.
action. It says in the description.
Yeah,
Spell has
2
a
actions
range
It's
of
with a
like
30
range
feet.
of 30
touch
feet.
range, 30-foot ranged heal, or
Oh.
burst heal.
I misread that. All right, then yeah, I will stay where I'm at, heal him for that, and then with my last action, I'm going to drink a potion.
Okay.
So it's going to be an 8 over that, right?
No,
It'll
he
be-
rolled 1d8
He
plus,
added the 8 to it.
Oh, okay.
but
Alright.
his the range was the question.
Yeah. So you are able to drink
Yeah.
the potion.
Sorry, I completely misread that. Inventory, and then I'll burn a list. So 2d8 plus 5. Solid.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's not bad.
Alright.
And then that is my turn.
The Great Gangini.
I think I was getting a full round force barrage her. For 13 damage.
Okay. That is. I mean, it all goes through. Multiple bolts slam into her. She is still standing. It's magics that don't matter. I'll show you the real magics of he whose breath is death. And you see she slams the butt of her scythe down on the ground as more of that billowing, gross smoke that came out of the taxidermy statue fills both of the rooms. This is going to be a save from everybody.
What type of save?
Probably a fortitude.
That is going to be a fortitude save.
Alright.
Uh,
I'm gonna use points to roll that.
I am also going to use
Yeah.
points to reroll that.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I was so lucky with that because that
Or
is
sorry,
my
I'm going
worst
to use a hero
save.
point to reroll that specifically.
Alright, everyone let me know when they're done rerolling so I can figure out the real values.
Alright, I'm good.
I guess I'll use a second hero point. Hey, we did it. Look at
Oh wait,
that.
did we get a hero point?
You had a hero
We
point
did.
in the beginning and one because you healed Crusher. Or Cruncher.
Oh, I thought that was just for James.
No, you guys all got it.
You'll get it.
Okay, is everyone done fucking rolling shit?
Yes.
Alright, so
I
Tarek,
mean, I'm done.
your final is 25, Lupin, crit success 27, Roland 27, Gangini 27, Sylvina 28. Correct?
Yes.
All right. Everyone who succeeded is going to take half. Lupin is going to take nothing. But those of you who take half, that's going to be... my brain is too fried from work to do this math. Hold on, I'm just going to calculate it.
I feel that.
The rest of you are all going to take the halved damage, which is 19 damage.
Ow.
Would have been
Pain.
38.
Yeah, that would have been worse.
Lupin, you just brace yourself against it. You have this fucking goblin's number. You know where to strike. Her spells don't scare you. That's her 3 actions, Sylvina.
Alright. 2 action fire, or sorry, air Elemental Blast. 26 for 8.
That one will hit. She's starting to get lower into the orange here.
And then I will use a potion on myself.
All right. Phew, crack! A little like burst of thunder and
For
electricity
16.
echoes through the room. You drink a potion straight after. Lupin, that is you.
All right, I'll go ahead and hang here since I still got that flank with Roland, and I shall attack with my sword.
That
Yes.
is indeed a hit. Go ahead and add your d6 to that as well. Another
Five.
precise strike to the vitals. She is looking extremely bad as she starts to stagger on her feet, smoke pouring out of the skull on her head, her little bat familiar flying around.
All right, I'll go ahead and do second attack with map.
Give me your sneak attack. That is a hit. Just barely. And this one, Roland, you kind of see the tip of Lupin's rapier appear from the front of her throat as she kind of like tries to go for one last praising of the Sandpoint Devil, just like and falls to the ground dead. We are out of
Yeah, I guess
combat.
Lupin will flick the blood off and then just sheathe it on his back. Say like, all right, I'm pretty sure the others probably heard that, so we'll probably have more of them to deal with.
All right. Well played, well played. You guys are gonna get some good XP here. Where is it? Oh, there's my tab. Okay. So first of all, you guys get a hero point for killing her. And that's gonna be 110.
Level up.
Despite the fact that level ups always are 0 to 1,000, rollover XP does count in 2E. So like add the 110 of that total, whatever over 1,000 you are starting the next level with that value.
Okay, so we're at 98 XP then, but level 5 now, which we don't get our stuff until we snooze, right?
No, you're not gonna get you. My general house rule is that you guys always get that hit dice the moment you level as like a little second wind heal.
I appreciate that.
So don't like go to your max health or anything, but add whatever health you have gained to your max and your current total. The rest of the abilities you would need to sleep on, yes.
It would be like D10 plus your con, or your class die plus your con, right?
Yes.
So,
I forget.
or half. Is it half or half plus one?
I can check.
Wait, do we know that the goblins are coming?
We don't necessarily, because if she had them under an enchantment, then
I mean,
they might
give me a
just be like,
perception check.
Oh right, okay.
Isn't it just the number plus your con modifier? Isn't there no like?
I think there's a set number now. It's not a dice.
Yeah,
Um,
I think you just get a set number.
Yeah, it's 8 plus. So like for me, yeah, it's true. It's 8 plus your. In my case, it is 8 plus my con modifier. So yeah, it says on your class near the top under your key
Me
attribute.
as well. 8 plus con.
mm-hmm.
So I get 18.
Oh God.
Um,
Con mo- 8 plus your con modifier.
Not your con score.
yeah. The
So
It-
you're,
it's
oh,
weird
I know it.
because
I'm
what's
at
the fighter? What's the fighter have?
D10. I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
you get-
gonna put in the 12 as temporary for me for now because it will auto do with level, but if I level up, it'll auto do a bunch of other stuff too.
Yep, just put it as temp, or you can put it like in your like another bubble above
Yeah,
your character.
I'm just gonna put it as temp.
Can I shake off that second?
Let me see. Yeah, it goes away. It goes away after about like 2 rounds.
Okay.
All right. So I will gain. Help me. 11.
Right. And as you guys change the health total, I think that's a good place to pause about halfway and take a quick bathroom break before we continue.
Wonderful. This my sheet.
I figured, yeah, I'll also give you time to add more buttons. There we go. All right. I assume you guys probably search her.
Yes.
Oh yes, if only just to get back my flask.
We also need the key
That too.
that she has.
So when we open this door, we're gonna kill the rest of the goblins because eventually they're gonna find their friends.
Well, if she had an enchantment on them, then they may have come back to their senses. So much as goblins have senses.
Well, we'll test the waters first, and then
You-
Yeah, let's not go full Blood Knight instantly.
you pat her down, like looking through. You see that the key she was holding. Give me I would say a crafting check on it.
You know what? I'm maxed out. I'm going to spend a hero point on that.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
Slightly better.
You think it's a piece of something, but you're not really sure.
Can you make this one untrained?
Crafting? I don't believe so.
All right.
You guys could try again later, though.
Yep.
You also find a +1 scythe on her.
Nice. How badly wounded is everybody?
And I'm still doing good.
I'm at 29.
I'm
Sylvina?
at effectively 53.
How much are you short by?
I'm short by 15.
Okay. I'm debating if I want to, like, if several of us are wounded, I could expend my second level heal in a radius and heal a bunch of us. I don't know. I'm pretty severely wounded.
You are looking pretty red on my screen.
Yeah, for real. Also, everyone give me a perception check in her, like, priest room.
There we go.
You see that there are, apart from her +1 scythe, lodged in the mouth of the taxidermy are 3 6-inch long sticks of what looks like a gray-green incense stick. It's like unsettling and a little oily, which is a bit odd for an incense. You can make an Arcana check on them.
Could I make an Arcana, or I was wondering if I could do Nature to see what the substance is, but I can try to make that.
They are magical,
Okay.
not just natural incense. Sylvina and Greg I'm gonna say working together, you determine the purpose of this. I'll send you guys the sheet, but basically this is what would be known as Devil's Breath incense. It emits like a brimstone-like stink and burns for 10 minutes. There are rumors that this is, what's the Sandpoint's Devil's Breath would smell like. Basically, anyone stuck smelling this or like in the room with the smoke has to make saves or be sickened. You would know that additionally the magic of this, you also have the choice of, while it's burning, an adjacent creature can lean over the stick to inhale forcefully as an interact action. Doing so will consume the entire stick immediately and automatically make the creature sickened 3. But when the creature next exhales, the cloud of smoke they breathe out attempts to carry with it a single curse the creature is afflicted by. The incense has a counteract level of 4, and it's plus 12 to the roll.
Hmm.
That is an interesting breath weapon.
Breath O Curse. Honestly, it sounds like some. That's like some orc shaman shit right there.
So you think you could use it to transfer curses or perhaps even cure curses?
Interesting. Hang on to it. Could be useful.
Gets it to that one rich guy in town.
Who wants to hold on to it?
It's. If it's a magical item, perhaps in that case, Gangini, maybe you want to hang on to it?
I'll take the stinky sticks.
Stink sticks.
Hey, you never know when you need stink sticks.
Yeah, Lupon's is like, I'll just stick to my regular smokes, thank you.
Alright. You guys have this
Alright,
weird
what I'm gonna
brass key.
Before we go anywhere, I am going to go ahead and burn a radial heal. I'm just going to use a level 1 though, because otherwise it's going to be way overkill on Sylvina. And then I can save my big one for, because I can't be treated by medicine for another hour or so. So everyone will heal. $16.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Alright, you guys can head back to the main room whenever you're ready and
Face our destiny.
Do you want me to lead the front?
I think we could let Sylvina go first, but come in. I think you go in second, just in case.
What if I have a really bad idea?
How bad? How bad we talking?
I have a spell called Illusory Disguise.
Can I at least go
Maybe
first? Because I need to be in melee range for a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I think
should I pretend to be Monargal?
if the curse was my concern with that is that if the spell if she was casting a spell on them and it's broken, suddenly if they break the spell, they might see you and try to attack you.
Fair. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens. I like the idea, but I don't think it's. I think it puts you in an unusual, risky situation.
Sure. Yeah. It doesn't have to be me. It could be. It could be one willing creature in 30 feet.
I think it'll be the same no matter who you do it on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also, it's like you wouldn't have to cast it on me. I actually, as one of my magic items, I actually have a scarf that lets me do that to myself once per day.
Okay. Well, there you go.
All right. I think let's go. I like the idea, but I don't think we need to do it in this case. Let's see what they have to say.
I did say it was a bad idea.
No, but it's the right kind of bad idea.
What is it they say when you're brainstorming? There are no bad ideas.
You guys coming?
Yeah, I'm coming.
That's
No.
Yeah.
Go right ahead, Tin Man.
They're either they're either here to congratulate us or here to fight us.
I mean, it's goblins. It could be both.
You see Tunch is here. Ah, you did it! You did it. They all seem to be in their senses. As promised. He holds up a little emerald grasshopper.
I forget who we said we were giving this to.
What does it do again?
Lets you, like,
I
big
think with
jump.
jump.
And
Oh
feather
yeah, I think we were
fall,
gonna.
essentially.
I think we were gonna give that to Roland,
Oh yeah.
because that way you can jump ridiculous heights with your in your heavy armor.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, then you can just dragoon down onto people.
What do you mean 75 feet vertically?
Nice.
He's got a crazy vertical, dude.
Oh, there's crazy. Oh, there's 75 feet.
Just a casual 75.
Now we have to go deal with the other thing. I think, right?
Oh yeah, the undead thing.
Yeah, the. Oh, help me. Ben, what's his name again? I keep wanting to say Pickle Rick, and that's not it.
Snaggletooth, I think.
What are you talking about?
The undead,
Pickle
the
Rick?
ghoul, the
Rip
ghoul
Nugget?
goblin. Thank you.
Yeah.
What did you say
Alright.
it was?
She thought it was
Snaggletooth?
Snaggletooth. Neither of us are
Snaggletooth.
anywhere close.
Which I will say, that does sound like a goblin name.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And anyway, do we want to do that now, or do we want to, like, leave the crater and then try and come back in tomorrow?
I
You
mean,
say you do that now with
let's get some rest.
confidence. You guys still haven't even found a door yet.
true.
Where's the hidden
Can
door?
we go and take 20 to look up here where she said the door would be?
Sure.
She did say behind the chair.
You take 20 and you don't see a keyhole or anything.
Maybe it was this thing. I take the key, in air quotes, that she had on her. Maybe it's this thing.
You guys kind of hold it up and, like, around that area of the wall. Give me a perception check.
Alright.
You feel a slight, like, resonance, like a vibration in the key's handle, but nothing happens.
Maybe we're missing something.
Did she ever say a magic word?
I mean, she didn't say anything about a magic word, but she's super
No, I'm
dead
talking
now.
about goblins.
Oh. Gerlank's like, who said a Tunch is like, he's asking if Menargle said a magic word. She said lots of magic words. He has, like, a really superior attitude when he corrects the other goblin, and then just, like, is equally missing the point here.
Whenever she went behind the chair, did she ever say anything out loud?
Kind of cocks his head. He's like, behind the chair?
The chair's gone at this point, right?
Yeah, it's like mush. I mean, he would know that there was a chair there. Like, he lives here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the chair that used to be there, did she ever go behind the chair and say something?
She said things to the beastie cruncher sometimes.
Can you talk to the beast, Eric?
Don't have to speak with animals, I don't think.
What fucking druid are you?
It wasn't exactly something I thought would come up with today.
I mean, it's not like she hangs around a lot, you know, just behind chairs.
She said there was a hidden door in the here in the throne room.
Oh, there is a door there.
Would you care to show us how to open it, please?
Well, I can't.
Why not?
It only opens from the other side. If there's a way to open it from this side, I've never seen it.
Perhaps we search her chamber for. We found no secret doors in her chamber or anything, correct?
No, you guys searched her chamber already.
Is there another way to get to the other side?
Of the door?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, it's red back there, though.
Red.
It's red.
It's red.
From blood?
It-
I guess if it was a lot of blood. It would take a lot of blood to do that, though. You hear Gurlunk time in a trance. He's like, and well, usually when you painting with the blood, it just gets brown and flaky later. And they like gesture like poorly drawn things in blood on the walls by their trophies. So probably not that kind of blood. Maybe a different animal blood?
Do you all know what this sort of thing is? And I want to ask Lupin to show them the key.
All right, yeah, I'll hold out the key in my right hand towards him.
Tunch actually has a decent crafting ability as an alchemist. He's gonna examine it.
Oh, I do actually have animal empathy, so I can communicate with creatures on a rudimentary level.
Okay. Tunch takes the key and looks it over. He's like, "Oh, well, obviously it's not a door key.
All right, then what kind of key is it?
Oh, you see the little circle end with the holes in it? It's what do you call them in Longshanks?
You look through the hole.
No, it catches the mechanism. It's for winding things up. Like a clock.
Ah,
Oh, okay. Interesting.
did we see any kind of mechanical contrivances in her room?
No.
That was called.
Who was the guy that he said
Not
lived
a
up around
balance.
the stairs?
The guy in the room to the left over here?
Yeah.
Lord Longfingers.
Hmm.
What do you guys do? I'm happy you freed us. That's good.
Are you talking about the balance, Ben?
What?
In a mechanical watch?
I think he's talking about like a little crank, like something you do
Yeah,
like
like
to,
something you
wind
have
up
to
a-
wind, or like a toy you could wind up, a watch you could wind up with
Oh,
the mechanical balance.
Okay.
It's a little mechanical turnkey.
I see. And there's nowhere that it looks like it slots in.
I mean, as far as you can tell, it's just like smooth stone behind the chair. And I would say, like,
Alright,
you
well, I
took
guess we
20 on it.
shouldn't-
Like, you're pretty confident there's no, like,
Yeah.
keyhole.
We never looked in the satchel that the dead goblin had on him.
That's true.
Let me look in there real quick.
A lot of it is just, like, scraps of burnt up, like, food and things like that. As you dust some of the soot away, you see, like, a little bronze, like, triangular piece of metal. It's got some variation on it in, like, levels. I would say you could give me a crafting check or a nature check on it.
All right. That's acceptable. I'll take it.
You're not one for clockwork mechanisms or building things like that. But Tarek, you kind of rotate the piece of bronze in your hands and you realize that it's not just like a triangular like scale or anything. It's a stylized wing, like of a songbird.
Interesting. I'll bring it over to Lupin and see. Make any sense of this?
Well, let's see. Let me go ahead and roll my crafting here.
Hmm.
On a 15, I mean, you know at this point that it's probably a key for some sort of clockwork mechanism. It seems like this is made of similar material, but hard to say if it's the same thing.
You know, so like maybe connected to. Not entirely sure though.
Maybe we go check out this Lord Longfingers fellow.
Yeah, perhaps we see what he has to say.
If he's got long fingers, I think I better get my piece ready.
Also,
one moment. I
uh,
can.
Tunch, do you know what's behind the other door in the entryway?
Oh, but like next to the statue of the devil?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Cool.
Could you
Is
elaborate?
it okay if we go in there?
I mean, there's goblins down there. They should be not under control anymore, but they might not know you. I mean, there's Charpus and Norb and Sindel and Dank Nibbler.
And that's all that's down there is just more goblins?
Well, there's the locked doors. We try to keep those locked.
What's behind the locked doors?
Um, how would I say it in this tongue? Well, not behind the locked doors. There's some goblin dogs we train down there. But, we barricade the door over there because there's the giant long legs scuttling around. Well, lots of
legs?
them. You see he holds up his hands. Let me give him an intelligence check here. 9? No. Yes. More than 7.
Okay.
You think he's like doubting his confidence on getting past 7 there?
It's enough legs that we have an idea.
Yeah.
Give me a nature check if you want.
Lord Longfingers likes them?
He likes his little ones better, I think. Tarek, I mean, some kind of spider maybe? You know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, there are giant spiders in this region. Maybe that's just what goblins call them? They may call giant spiders long legs.
But it's the same type of thing Lord Longfingers has, but bigger.
Yeah. He kind of just calls them his little beasties. Oh, his are really good at jumping.
Oh, jumping spiders. Terry looks over. Did Longfingers have any talk at all with Menargle? Or did they stay away from each other?
I mean, sometimes, I guess.
Do you all want us to not kill Longfingers?
Well, he's kind of really super duper scary and makes us scared. But he also kind of keeps the little beasties and gremlins in line. So that's good.
Can we take one of you with us?
Before we...
Into Lord Longfingers? I would not want to.
If we went to the hallway with the things with many legs, could we take one of you with us to stop your friends and the goblin dogs from attacking us?
Oh, well, I usually am stuck here working in my workshop. Gerlunk? Gerlunk's like, I mean, I don't really get along with Dank Nimbler, but Charpus, we're pretty close.
We want to try to rest up before we venture further in.
I'd say that's probably a good idea.
I want to
Especially-
before we go. Before
You guys
we do,
want to
I
come
wanna-
with me?
I
Girl,
wanna- I was gonna talk to Cruncher real quick because I do have animal empathy, so I can have like a basic.
hell yeah.
So, let's see, noble beast.
It
The
kind of like
woman.
opens a red eye. The other one's still closed, but it's like peering at you.
The woman with the stone blade on the stick. She goes into a room back here. Do you know how she gets in?
Give me what's the description of your ability?
One moment.
Thinking of my response here. Okay. Okay, give me a diplomacy check.
All right.
You did heal him up earlier. It kind of plods over to you. And you see it kind of look at like where you guys think the door is, like in this direction, and just like slowly shake its head around. And then you see it look back like in the direction of the closed walls over here, and you see it just like get really low to the ground and like growl in that direction.
Hmm.
But doesn't seem like Cruncher ever saw her go in there. He must at least know what's in there because he's scared.
Mm-hmm.
So you think like whatever it was must have come out at some point. And if Rip Nugget's back there, I mean, you guys know Rip Nugget killed the previous chief of this tribe.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Rest well.
Okay, I have a suggestion for how we can get it open.
What you got?
Have we tried knocking on it?
No?
I mean, we haven't.
Because hypothetically, it can be opened from the other side, according to Tunch.
Does seem to be the case.
Give it a knock.
All right. He'll go up to the door, and just tap on his knuckles. Just go tap, tap, tap.
Give me a perception check.
All right.
You don't even hear like an echo like that like a regular door would give. It has that just like muted sound that you would get from just knocking your knuckles against straight up rock like a cliff face. Either it's enchanted to be hard to hear, or whatever this is thick enough that you're not going to get like a hollow sound effect.
Gotcha.
Try tapping the key against it. You said it was resonating.
All right. So I'll take out the key and just do the same thing. Go tap, tap, tap.
Ooh. You do another tap. Still no response right now. You see Gurlong from the bottom is like, "Do you want to come meet the guys?"
Sure.
And
Yeah, I
and
guess we're not.
ladies. I mean, Norb and Cinderella ladies. Dank
Do we
Nibbler?
wanna-
I don't really know.
Do we want to get this
Kill
rest in
some-
first?
Bugs, I guess. Is
Nice.
it late enough in the day to rest?
We started exploring. Oh
You
no,
guys
that's right. We
camped
stayed
out to
overnight.
come in here and come in the morning.
Yeah.
It's probably like getting closer to noon. It's still pretty early in the day.
Gotcha. Is there like a short rest that we can take then?
Not really. I mean, you could try to treat each other's wounds.
Okay. Yeah, if we take a little bit to treat wounds before we go down, we'll do that.
I'm still doing all right, so I guess.
You guys could hang out for like the. I mean, it's already been a while since you like took 20, did other treat wounds. Like, you wait a couple more minutes till it's been about an hour, then you guys can give it a try for everybody.
Okay. All right. I'll start with first on myself.
I'm already at max. I am, however, just gonna call over to Tunch and say, hey, Tunch, do you know what's on the other side of your workshop?
Oh, which side?
So Ben, is that a 48 now? Since I did 26.
Are you an expert?
Medicine. I'm trained.
Then I don't believe
I
so.
exceeded it by 10. Was my
That does still
much-
crit. I believe, yeah, 4d8.
You know, if you come from here and just go past your desk, not into the room with the
Oh,
statues, but
the little hole in the wall?
yeah,
Sometimes those damn Jenkins get in there.
what is a Jinkin?
They hang out and they do Jenkin things.
Is
That's
there
not
some
an
sort of
appropriate-
roll I can make on this?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Next medicine checks on Roland, and then Gangini. Are you still hurt as well?
I mean,
12.
I'm good.
something small to fit through the hole in the wall. You know what the fuck he's talking about.
Can I roll an Arcana check?
All right, 48 for.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
I like
I
the
rolled a
idea that I just
30.
walk over to Gangini and just say, like, do you know what the fuck a Jenkins is?
Of course, it's what
Gangini,
is it?
immediately you're like, oh yeah, you mean the little sadistic Tinker Fey things. Begin to describe these little purpley impish looking guys who are of the Fey realm. This is a Jenkin.
Oh, that's horrifying. Roland, you heal 14.
They love to tinker with things, and they are innately able to curse objects, and they think it's fucking hilarious to do so.
I
How
see.
tough are they?
Not really tough. They often travel in decently sizable packs. And you would know that if there are, on a nat 20, I'll tell you, if there are at least 6 of them, 6 Jenkins working together over the course of an hour can imbue an item with a curse at 60 feet away.
Interesting.
They love to curse things from a distance. Additionally, they're just natively able to sneak attack.
Oh, joyous. That's good.
So
to
they
know.
really like, if
Do-
they're not cursing you, they're just fucking dogpiling you with those weird little short swords.
That boost we got from leveling up, does that give us temp HP or is that just a heal?
We're
It's not losing
writing
our-
it as temp HP for ease of play, but basically you got the health from leveling up, both the max and the whatever you currently are at, you go up by that much, and your max goes up by that much. Is what I'm trying to say. So if you're at the new max, you could just put that in your health bubble. It'll make your aura blue because it goes blue when you're overcharged. Yeah.
How big is a Jinkin?
Great question. Probably about like a foot tall,
Okay.
perhaps less.
Okay. All right. It sounds like we have 3 options for where we want to go and what we want to deal with. I think we're going to deal with the big bug things.
Oh, I mean, they're locked out. We shouldn't deal with them.
We still have a couple of We still have a couple of rooms to explore.
I
off
guess
the
I don't
side
really
here.
know what's down there. There could be stuff back there, but it's mostly long legs, so I kind of just fucking ignore it.
Gurlunk's trying to get us to go this way, so I don't know.
We
Just
can
go
at
with
least
him, I guess.
let's at least check the other room where the goblins are. See, maybe one of them has. Perhaps we can figure something out.
Sweet.
I'm out of character, wondering if maybe we should have let her open the door before ganking her.
Yeah. The thing was, I wasn't sure how we were gonna get her through the room where we killed all of her guards.
I mean, there is that.
My
Sharpest,
deception check.
Sharpest,
They're only
Sindler,
sleeping.
Norb, Nibbler. Who the fuck are those? It's alright, they're good. You know how our brains don't feel fuzz anymore? You see Dank Nibbler's just like, I do feel that. Dank Nibbler is kind of odd. But
Oh, shit,
Norb,
what's up?
Sharpest, you know what's up. And they're like, yeah, it feels different. These long shanks made it different. Oh. Should we eat them? No, don't. We're not. Don't eat them. Oh. I don't know what to do now. Dank Nibbler's like, yeah, usually we just eat them. Sindel in the back is like, can we help you?
Do you know how to get into the door behind the throne?
Oh, this is Sindel. Sindel is just like, that's where Rip Nugget went after he burned our favorite leader to death.
Yes.
Yeah. His head and sword were super on fire.
Oh shit. I assume that would be an occultism check.
Yeah, that's for sure an occultism check. What the fuck she's
Alright,
talking about?
I'm sadly not trained in occultism. I will probably be once we level up, but until then, well, are any of us trained in occultism?
No.
I'm trying to decide if I'll do crafting or occultism. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Do you know how to open the door?
I guess you could be dead. Norb is like, what, Sindel? And she's like, well, I mean, he's dead, right? He looked kind of dead. Yeah, he looked super dead.
Maybe out of character. Are we just planning on like trying to deal with the bugs or not?
You presume these two giant, like, locked, barricaded entrances are where the bugs
Yeah.
are.
Do we know it's down here?
I mean, you heard that they were training goblin dogs.
Oh. In the door with the goblin dogs, is there anything on the other side of that room?
Oh, you mean Rox? That's where Roxy and Moxie are right now. Do you want to meet them?
No.
You should meet them. They're pretty rad.
No, that's okay. We don't want to disturb them.
Oh, it's a shame, Sindel says, because she's like, well, because regular dogs are awful, and the world would obviously be better if we cut all their bellies open and killed them. But goblin dogs are great.
Hearing that, Lupin's just slowly backing away.
It's been you see, Charpus chimes is like, it's been a while since I used my dog slicer. We could go slice some dogs later? Oh, maybe. Dank Nibbler's like, yeah, we should probably slice some dogs.
I'm gonna look at Roland and Tarek and just go, and Gangini too, and just say, what are we doing?
Gurlunk's like, you said you wanted to meet Charpus and Norb and Sindel and Dag Nibbler.
Mm.
I mean, you could meet Moxie and Roxy.
Oh, for crying out loud!
We're trying
Gengi-
to kill.
They like
trying to
when
kill-
you scratch their like butt right
So
above the tail.
Tarek walks out. Tarek walks out into the throne room and just bellows, "Rip nuggets!"
Your voice echoes through the tunnels here. A couple of it's like a minute and a half go by, and you hear a very sultrous, low voice go, Zoe Korgnapa? Sounds like it's coming from over here.
Over where? Okay.
Does anyone speak Abyssal? Sorry, Aklo, not Abyssal.
I speak Aklo.
Not that. Oh, cool.
Me.
Aklo.
Aklo
It's like
is
an Earth Elemental, isn't it?
No. That's
Aklo is Dark Fae.
yeah,
Oh,
correct. And some Darklands creatures also speak it, and creatures in the Plane of Shadow sometimes. It's a weird voice in Aklo asking who goes there.
I'll translate for Roland and Co.
so who goes there?
Seems to just be waiting for an answer.
Tarek, the Beastmaster. We seek challenge. At this point, you see a little bit of the old orc marauder bubbling out a little bit.
You hear the voice kind of echoing through the tunnel. It's just like, Oxikondor Zok Ork Zitera Hapa. Sylvina, you translate to them. It seems like adventurers. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna call back an Aklo. Who are you?
The translation is really hard to put in a common. It's like he whose hands slice the webs would be the closest translation. Pretty sure it's probably Lord Longfingers.
Okay. I'll tell everyone. Seems we're talking to Lord Longfingers. What do you want me to ask him?
Does he know how to get to Rip Nugget from behind the door in the throne room?
Okay, I'll ask that then.
Okay, you translate that on. I'll save time, and I'm not gonna translate shit every time. But Lord Longfingers is just the priestess wouldn't let anyone go to him without her say. Interesting that you're here.
How
Do
so?
you have...
We have the key.
What key?
The crank. And the wing.
Come into my web, we strike a bargain.
Yes,
I'll translate that for everyone.
Fine.
Alright, go ahead and start moving yourselves into Lord Longfinger's domain.
I do not like the sound of strike a bargain, but
You guys start to move in. You see a variety of very large spiders. They seem to be
Oh shit! I
like
don't like that.
enlarged hunting spiders.
I'm gonna like turn back and just like say to Touch, I can't say these things are small.
They are small. They're like big dog. Long legs bigger. I don't know what you want me to say.
Christ.
Um, there's no official art for this guy, sadly, but there is the art of the monster that he is, which is largely the same, although he seems to have had all the color leached from his body. Purely an albino creature with small, perhaps tarantula-sized spiders crawling over him. As you see through all the webs in this room, lowering himself down, kind of swinging from web to web, you see Lord Longfingers.
He
Is there a
looked
check that I
delightful.
can make to figure out what he is?
Yeah, for sure. For them, let's see, what is there? It'd be an occultism check.
I don't know. Okay.
You see its mandibles kind of like chittering. It's like, bargain or no.
I'll translate it for the crowd.
It's been too long since my children have been brought. Again, a hard translation from Aklo, but something along the lines of been brought juicy meat gifts.
Lupin thinks about it for a moment, and he's like, I have, and he just wishes you guys, hey, I have an idea. It's a, hey, uh, ask him if he'd be interested in a game of chance.
Do you ask him?
I'll just say the the fox wants to know if you're interested in games of chance.
What do you have to bargain?
Spare it. I'll just sort of whisper.
It's like, well, I'll. So he'll talk to you guys and say like, all right, well, see, thing is, I know I can win this for us because I have this, and you see him pull out what looks to be a silver piece. You know, looks really pure, but it's in like really bad shape. Like both sides have been like rubbed repeatedly, but it's actually one of these.
Um, I will say to him, in Aklo, the body of a witch.
Would feed my children. I get that if I win. What do you wish?
I'll translate for the group.
I'm not saying we can't do this gambling plan, but are we really opposed to just giving him the body of the witch?
Or they're all the goblin bodyguards too.
I mean, I don't have any plans to do anything with a witch body.
No, yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, it's like, do we really have any use for it? Yeah.
I mean, we eluded her, so
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind just giving him the body of the witch.
Yeah, I tell you what,
Sure.
it's like now that I think about it, like, yeah, I think you guys are right. It's like a lot. Seems a lot simpler here. We don't need the body. They have the other goblins don't have use for it, as far as we can tell. So yeah, let's just go ahead and hand it over.
I mean, pin the silver piece idea. I think it's got legs.
I think it's definitely
It's got
useful to
some
have.
legs.
Yeah, for some other time.
Yeah, so let's just go ahead and put a Yeah, let's just
So
go
I'll
ahead and
say
pocket that for now.
the body of the witch for the way into, or the way to open the door.
All right, yeah. So let's go ahead and offer that.
You offer the bodies. No game of chance.
I guess
For
tell him like,
this, I offer safe passage through my domain. To the south, there are the crafty little devils. And to the north, behind the wall, a pool of magic.
I will translate to everyone and say, "Are you all good with that?" It's not the way to open the door, but the crafters might know how.
What does he mean by a
Crafters are the. Go ahead.
What does he mean by a pool of magic?
Give me this is like a weird language to translate for, even though you speak it. It's hard to. It's meant to have kind of obfuscated meanings. I would say, Sylvina, give me just like an Arcana check as you try to pour over his words. It's not like a collection of magic. It's like a pool of water that has become magical.
Okay. It's sort of magic water area. I mean, I think it's a good trade for us.
I mean, we don't really lose anything, so sure.
But I'm going to specify before we make the deal. The body of the witch for unlimited free passage through your chamber.
The deal is struck. Produce the corpse.
All right. Someone want to go and grab the corpse?
I'll go get it.
My children will mark the dangerous parts of my web.
All right.
You see he begins to like slowly wind spider silk around the body.
Okay.
Cool.
Where do we want to go first? The magic pool or the crafters?
Well, is the magic pool behind the?
The
I think we
magic
talked
pool's
to the.
to the north,
It would be up this way.
and the crafters are to the south.
And there are, I'll tell
Let's
you right
talk
now,
to the
multiple doors to the south.
Kind of want to talk to the crafters before we head back north. I want to see
Okay.
if they have any idea about this key.
Which door do we want to take first?
Let's go to the left side. We'll start from the left.
All right. 'Cause
The left one does not seem to be locked, but the right one is. It's more of an actual door construction this time, not just like wood.
all right, everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay, open door.
She leads into a narrow back tunnel that seems to shrink the more you look back there. Be a bit of a tight squeeze to get to the end of it.
Lupin, can you unlock this one over here?
All right.
All
I'll
right, give me
go
a
over
thievery check.
this one. Crack out my thieves' tools.
That is enough. Go ahead and open that door.
All right. Here looks like some stairs.
You see stairs, this time a lot steeper than the ones behind Cruncher. You presume these probably lead farther into the pit.
So it looks like these will take us further down.
All right, then I guess we're gonna have to squeeze through the other way.
Go and start moving your tokens that way. Whoever would like to. I'll move you a bit farther. You get to about here where it starts to narrow, and a Jenkins steps out of a small side tunnel in front of you. Who are you? You're in our tunnels.
Yes, my name is Lupin. I'm exploring.
Why are you exploring in our tunnels?
He racks his brain for a minute, and then he just goes with the first thing comes to mind. I'm looking for someone.
Who?
Someone who understands how to open a hidden door.
He just nods like, yes.
You see it kind of takes out this extremely, almost like needle sharp sword, like picks its tooth with it. And why should I care? Doors are hard sometimes. Dying's pretty
Absolutely.
easy. Are you interested in that?
All right. I want to hit them with this. We have been called to provide an offering to below, and we need to open the door in order to do so. Hoping that it shared what I hit it with originally with its friends.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
You see its eyes go wide. Oh. We could ask the rest of my ilk. Talk to them about the door. Come in the other way. It's too small through here. He scampers out. You would think probably the other door from the above chamber.
Wait, can I insight that? Because it looks like this stays.
You can try to
What's
go
the
through
same
that
spot?
way. It does make you squeeze, which does make you vulnerable to attack. Up to you if you want to do that. So he scuttles down one of the narrow tunnels.
Is there an actual sense motive check, or
Yeah, it's perception.
oh,
They're
Gonna
rolling
make it
together.
this ball.
because that sounds like, hey, come this way into a trap.
That sounds very much what.
I think you guys are. It sounded pretty scared. Whatever the fuck Sylvina was telling it about. Sylvina? Did you tell them at the beginning?
That I did this thing?
Yeah, I can't remember if you told them or not.
No, I didn't tell anyone that I did that.
Okay. I mean, you guys are honestly a little bit like, what the fuck is Sylvina talking about? But, like, obviously this guy's scared. See lots of, like, furtive movement from the small tunnels up ahead.
Yeah. Let's go to the other door. Let's go to the other door.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, it's up here.
It is unfortunate that you all don't know, like, what happened, but I
Do you
just
do you
forgot to
fill
say
them
anything.
in while you're like around?
I
the
don't know
corner of
how
the
well
house?
these things can hear, so I'm not going to.
Okay. This door is unlocked.
Say it's a good call.
You guys watch like the unblinking 8 eyes of that spider as it's like standing over what was a web trap as it directs you past it.
I might be stuck.
Where are you?
Are you too dummy thick?
You
You may have to click and
close
open
the
the
door
door.
on yourself.
All right, but I don't.
I
I,
figured.
Click the door.
I didn't have vision of the door I was locked in.
Ah.
I couldn't click it.
You guys see about 8 Jenkins standing in a room up ahead. I'm gonna read you the description here. The circular cave has an acrid stink to it. Nearly a dozen 1-foot wide holes open in the cave walls near the floor, widening into tiny tunnels. The cave itself is littered with dozens of little heaps of gravel and dirt and what must be over 100 bent and broken spoons. A particularly large mound of gravel sits in the middle of the room, into which a short sword has been jabbed, its bejeweled hilt pointing toward the ceiling 10 feet above. They're all muttering to each other as you enter. They kind of like go silent. And the one in front closest is clearly a different one than you were just talking to. Is just like, you want to go into the secret doors down here. You need, well, we like to call it a skeleton key. You see it gestures at the sword behind it.
I would like to ask Lupin to pull out the little circular key thing and say them if they know what it is.
All right. So Lupin will cautiously step forward and then reach out. Hold the key. You mean something like this?
No, the sword is the skeleton key. That looks like... I already rolled for him. He's like, oh, I don't know. Did you take that out of some clockwork animal? Like a bird?
Maybe.
Well, if you ask us, and we're pretty good at crafting things, it looks like the key to a clockwork songbird.
Makes sense. And I look at Lupin. That would make sense with what I found for this one, since I showed him the wing that I have. Must be more to it around somewhere.
Maybe we got to put the whole thing together. But all right. So that skeleton key, sort of like point behind him. How much you want for it?
Oh, do you have anything valuable to trade? Or spoons?
God,
I guess
don't pick it up.
Or spoons?
grins
We
and-
like spoons.
And that's when he gets the idea. It's like, I'll tell you what. You folks, do you like games?
Oh, we love games. Especially spoons.
Can I turn to Gangini and just whisper? The sword's totally cursed, right?
Can I arcana it to see if it's cursed?
Give me an arcana check.
I'll also make one.
Seems like a decent sword. It's from a... I mean, it's hard to tell. Like, this is from a distance. It's a +1 sword. Judging by the way the blade is glowing, it might have ghost touch and can harm incorporeal creatures.
A sword, is it?
A short sword.
How does the
Yeah.
skeleton key work?
Oh, you just, you draw it, and if it's the right kind of door and you wave it over it, a glowing rune will appear. It's got a bunch of points on it, and then it'll open.
Can I try and figure out if these things are just like making shit up?
Sure,
I'm
go ahead.
gonna
Give me
do
a perception check.
Tarek would like to make one as well. Oh man.
Tell you what, I'm gonna hero point that. All right, much better.
So you know what? So will I. Better.
Let's see. I mean, it sounds like he's talking about a Sihedron rune. You've seen those already. They're 7-pointed stars. This might be the break you've been looking for. You need this sword. Tarek, the front one's making this the fuck up. This is not true. Everyone else, yeah, seems legit. Matches up with the lore you've been reading.
So I guess Lupin, I'll just throw up the text again real quick. He takes the silver coin out, and you just see him like flipping it between his fingers. Say like, simple game, coin toss.
What do we win?
We could trade them the +1 spear out in the other room.
Yeah, sure.
One magic weapon for another magic weapon.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Those goblins, they don't, it's like, they ain't really good with it anyway, so they just hand it off to us. So,
Yeah, those
if you win,
goblins
you
fucking
get-
suck.
And he just leans like this. He's like, yeah.
Sometimes
I know,
I
right?
like to go into their rooms and I stab their feet at night, then I leave.
We need a sign for you guys to like set me loose. Like,
What's the high sign?
you like tap me on the shoulder twice, and then I just go murder.
I
Yeah,
feel like
yes,
we've
but I think
gotten as much information out of these things as we
You
can.
guys ever stabbed a goblin foot? It's
No,
kind of
no,
just
I haven't.
it's kind of just the same as stabbing really any foot. I guess something with cloven hooves would probably be difficult.
All right. Well, if
But
you
nothing
win,
ventured,
Toss.
nothing
You-
gained. I mean,
Have you stabbed the foot of the devil of Sandpoint?
no. That's crazy.
Why are you a coward?
But I thought you said it's the same as stabbing the foot of anything else.
No, I said except for cloven hooves.
Oh, so it has cloven hooves.
Well, probably it's a horse, right?
Is it?
I don't know. That's what that freaky ass statue, the crazy one, made. What are we wagering?
all right. So, if you win the coin toss, you get this nice spear that the goblins gave to us. But if we
Oh.
win, we get the skeleton key.
Okay.
The skeleton key that doesn't fucking work. Okay.
Yeah, Tarek is just waiting to see at what point they try to double cross us. Like,
All right.
Hey,
So I'm gonna.
Wait,
do I
did
call it
we-
or you call it?
but before anything else goes on, I'm just gonna like grab Tarek and Roland quickly because Lupin is doing this like game thing, and I'm just gonna be like, we told you that these things, whole thing is that they curse things, right?
I will say,
Takes
except
them
for
like an hour,
Tarek, the rest of
though.
you were like, "Yeah, that sounds true."
Takes them like an hour to do that, though. It's not like
yeah.
I could do it as an action.
All right, I just wanted to make sure you all knew.
These guys
Tarek,
seems like
are you
assholes.
saying
They,
anything
like,
back there?
I wish there's. Man, Sylvina, you and I need to compare languages later so that we can talk discreetly.
I get another language next level.
Do I call
so
it or
if
you call
tell
it?
me one you want me to take, I will.
We'll talk about it later.
Well, it's my. Well, I figure since it's my coin, I should call it.
Okay.
And I think, like here. So I guess I'll start rubbing on here, and I'll try to discreetly rub the tail side, so that's what it would land on.
Give me a thievery check.
All right.
re-roll that one.
Yeah, I got 1 hero point left, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend that. There we go.
Doesn't seem to fucking notice a thing.
Well, considering I got one, I'm gonna go with tails, and then flips it up in the air.
Yeah, alright, so if it's heads, I'm gonna win. Catch it, land its tails. What was it?
So, yep, he goes to here, it lands on the floor between them, and you see like the feathered bird tail in there. Oh, looks like tails. I win.
Oh. Damn. Do you think if we went in there and stabbed some of the goblins, either in, I'm thinking, the back of the Achilles tendon, or just, like, right in the penis, do you think that we could just take the spear?
Oh, we have the spear.
Oh, you already took it from the
I-
room.
I mean, yeah, I admire your enthusiasm, but yeah, you don't really need to. We already have it.
Oh, shit. Alright, skeleton key's yours.
Do you have any other parts of a clockwork bird?
Of a clockwork bird? No.
Okay.
We got some other stuff, but it's ours.
Okay.
Alright, don't take anything. Or I'll be mad.
Yes, and we wouldn't want that.
I'll stab your feet.
Uh,
Alright,
no.
here's the sword. He runs over to the pile, grabs it, and holds it out to you guys.
Check it first.
Yeah, it's like even Lupin, it's like here. It's like, yes, I think one of my magical
No.
friends just.
You.
What?
We've all backed up and we're like,
It was out of the room.
Everyone's like, all right, and then I will go ahead and hold out my hand and take the sword.
Alright, seems like a normal, cool, glowing, ghost-killing sword. Short
I guess
sword
my
too. It
outer
works with sneak attack.
That's what I was about to say. If it has a finesse property, I'm all for it.
I'm pretty sure it does.
He tries
Alright.
to sneak attack and it stabs himself.
Alright, go ahead and add that +1 ghost touch short sword.
Worst case scenario, we've got the Devil's Breath incense.
Yeah. Exhale your curse.
Alright, back to spoons, everybody.
we just want to kill them.
I'm morally
Yeah.
tempted.
It is
I always
taking
come
all
back
of my
later.
restraint to not just like
Peanut butter murder
try
time.
and nuke their room. All right.
Once
Up
we're
to
out
the
of
north now.
Yep, and once we're out of there, well, you've got a sword. They were lying through their teeth to us. They don't know what the
Up
heck the
this
thing
way.
does.
I'm going to talk to the goblin and say, hey, you know what were they called again?
Jenkins.
Jenkins.
You know the Jenkins are sneaking in here when you're sleeping and stabbing your feet, right?
I know, they always try to stab our feet. It's like, come on, there's other things to stab.
Well, they said the other thing they want to stab is your dicks, but
Oh, alright, well, I guess the feet's fine then, probably.
Ben, your Faye voice was just killing me, by the way. I was having I
Oh
couldn't-
yeah.
I was dying laughing.
after Kingmaker, I have no patience for Faye.
Tunch is just like,
That's fair.
I mean, sometimes when they come in, like, the joke's on them because I already, like, Dutch ovened the entire room. And that's on them. They have to breathe farts. You see Gerlach walks by and he's like, ha! Anyway, it looks
Just
like
go
Lord
up to the magic
Longfingers
pool.
didn't eat you. Pretty good. Pretty good result.
Someone want to come up to the magic pool?
Yep, I'll come with you.
This door over here leads to Cruncher's lair.
Yeah.
Magic pool's up here. Give me a perception check. You mean, you know there's a secret door here. You see there's a door. It seems to be a small quartz crystal in the wall that looks like a regular inclusion into this type of rock. But you realize that if you push it, it clicks like a button.
I'll look and make sure there's no like traps or anything.
Give me a perception check. Doesn't seem to be.
I'll click it open.
Who wants to go in first?
Peering through the door, Tarek, you see a shimmering, softly glowing pool of just unusually blue water. Like the level of blue someone would paint water in a picture. Shining in the cavern. The water is also unusually clear, revealing a depth of about 5 feet, and the ancient skeleton clad in shining silvery chainmail, clutching a softly glowing star knife in the pool's depths against the northern wall.
Can I make a nature check to see if like this is any kind of like, I know they said it's a magic pool, but if there's any other kind of, if this is some like anything I've seen before.
Sure.
Can I
Yeah,
Arcana
try
to
and make
see
an
the
Arcana
magic?
check.
Yeah.
You can try an Arcana check, but unless you're using like Identify Magic, gonna be hard.
I can also identify magic if it's at all nature related with using nature, but I don't know if that's the case in this case. If it's related to primal magic
Nature, a pocket of water like this hidden in like a crystal or like a quartz rich cave should be like fully mineral and brackish and not good. This water looks great. Solvita, the Great Gangini, the water itself must be deeply magical, but also the star knife that the skeleton is holding seems incredibly magical.
Would we know that Star Knife is the favored weapon of Desna?
You definitely would after all the time you've been spending in the.
Yeah, I figured we should bring that back for the church.
I'll yoink it up.
It is clutched in the skeleton's arms. You're gonna have to like pull both with it. As the skeleton leaves the pool, it begins to just like decay into dust. The chainmail rusts away into just brown dirt. Except the star knife. The star knife continues to shine. Do you go to grab it?
Yes.
You wrap your hand around the central handle within the 4 blades. And you blink, and briefly you see, as you like hold it in front of your face, resting on the surface of the knife is a monarch butterfly that flaps its wings.
I'll reach out like a finger to the monarch butterfly.
It seems as like you reach towards it. It at first looks like it flies away, but then you realize a more accurate description would be that it seems to fly not into the distance of the room, but into the distance of the knife and the reflection on the blade. It seems to absorb into it, and it occurs to you that this knife must be Monarch. That is its name. As you handle the knife, you get some strong impressions from it. Do you think that in that moment, Roland, you see like the distant pastures on the way back to Sandpoint, strong wind kind of blowing through them. You get the sense that it is keeping the land safe. Does that protective wind interest you more? Or your mind flashes back to like the divine chanting of Father Xantus and kind of like the warm magic that came from his holy words? Which of those two things do you think interests you more?
The like protective gust of wind.
All right. You see like the
I think back to Canabras and fucking Iomade can suck nuts.
you
Had enough of paladins.
feel your cloak kind of like ripple in. To you, it feels like a strong breeze. The rest of you just see his cloak rippling in like nothing. This place is fucking stagnant air. But you feel this distant breeze, and it makes you feel safe in that moment. Up to you what you do.
Cool.
Are star knives? They're from the knife group, right?
Yeah, they're small weapons. They're like dagger sized.
Yeah.
It honestly might be better for Lupin if he wants it.
You would have to. You guys can do some time identifying this. This seems to be a rather potent magical item.
Okay,
Yeah, I
we could
wouldn't
do
want
that.
to waste it on me if you want to use it.
Perhaps we can do a proper identify on it before we rest for the evening.
Yeah, sure.
All right. All right.
Useful at least. There's nothing else in the room here.
There is not.
That's useful for Lupin.
I'm gonna
Where's he
hide
now?
a lot of its abilities, but I am gonna show you what Monarch looks like.
That is very, very pretty.
That is very cool.
I don't think Roland would have told you about like his past, but not exactly cool with like paladins and clerics.
Good to know. Is he specifically against clerics or anyone who's religious?
Mostly just paladins and clerics.
Okay.
All right. So what do you
Just
guys?
checking if
Go ahead.
Roland is weary of Sylvina for that.
I mean, Sylvina, you haven't exactly been in his face preaching at him about it.
No, that's true. That's true.
What do you guys do?
I don't want to
think-
speak. I don't want to speak on Roland's behalf, but I think that's a little different than how often pious a paladin can be.
You guys have explored damn near everywhere.
We haven't explored
except
over
the
here,
spiders.
down here,
That's where the dogs are. The second one.
or up here.
It's gonna annoy me.
You haven't tried to wave the sword over it yet.
Let's try. See if he was completely bullshitting us or not. The sword does have a Sahedron on it, you said.
No. They just said that if you waved it
No, he-
over, it would make a rune appear that looks like a Sahedron.
All right, well, let's give it a
suspect it.
shot.
Yeah. I suspect they're lying out of their ass to us, but let's find out.
Yeah. Did we try holding the crank up to the door yet?
We tried tapping it with it.
Okay.
You thought it was a key
I
at the
also
time,
wanna
but you did try that.
Well, she said she had a key on her.
That's the key. It is a key.
Okay.
It's a key that like winds something up, not like a door key.
Yeah.
It kind of looks the same until you realize that.
Yeah.
All right. So Lupin will walk up here. He'll draw the ghost touch sword and just hold it up towards the door.
Do you tell them what your plan is? Or
Oh,
do
yeah,
you just
it's
like go for it?
Oh no, it's like I would definitely tell the others. It's like, all right. So the plan is to hold this up to the door, see if something shows up, right?
You guys see Lupin draw the sword, and just like, all right, the plan is to hold it up to the door and see if something shows up, right? You see Sausage kind of like bend its head down and cover ears.
Fireball. Can you get?
That was really loud.
Fireball.
What's up?
Lupo, you want to put that away and try talking again?
Oh
Alright.
boy.
What did you say,
You
Boz?
could try to wave it over without talking again.
I was gonna say, can Gangini cast Fireball next level?
Yes.
Nice. What does it do for damage?
Same as before, I think.
66, I believe.
I believe that's right to start.
Isn't it 86?
I don't think 2E's one
In
starts at that.
5e.
Lame mask.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 6, but I could be wrong.
But I think it goes up by
When you upcast it, it goes up by 2d6, whereas most upcasted spells go by one dice each time.
Also, Force Barrage, when cast at 3rd level, gives me double the missiles. That's
nice.
pretty cool.
Did I tell you about that new spell that Wizards put in to the new edition of D&D?
Man, I haven't looked at like anything of 2024 edition. I just didn't care enough.
It's called Conjure Minor Elementals. Guess what it does?
Is it just magic missile?
No, you get you get a buff that whenever you hit with an attack, any attack, you do an additional, I think, 2d8 or 1d8 damage. But every time you upcast it, it does an additional 2d8 damage.
Oh yeah, you conjure
Oh,
spirits from the
God.
elemental planes that flit around you in a 15-foot emanation. Until the spell ends, any attack you make deals an extra 2d8 damage when you hit a target within that 15-foot emanation. You can choose whether it's acid, cold, fire, or lightning every time you make the attack, not just when the spell is cast. So each individual attack.
So
for
you
every
can-
higher spell slot, it goes up by 2d8.
You can do a scorching, like if you cast this at 6th level, you could do a scorching ray that does an additional 6d8 on every ray.
That's kind of ridiculous.
all of the text, all of the fucking comments on this fucking spell on D&D Beyond are not happy.
And again,
Alright.
you mean Ben? Do you mean to tell me that Wizards started writing a thing for a spell and then just didn't stop fucking writing?
God, fucking...
They
I
have a lot
have
of
so little
ideas.
desire to do the next edition of D&D.
Yeah, my other group is. I don't know. I kind of hope we just stick with normal fight with old classic 5e, shall we
yeah,
say?
that's fine.
I guess
it-
we have to check over this.
Who else
Yeah.
is getting flashbacks to like 3.5?
3.5
It's not
was
the worst.
better, though.
No, 3.5 1/4 edition came out.
Well,
Oh, that
3.0
everyone
Endgame-
stayed with 3.5?
I mean, Endgame 3.5 was nothing futz though.
And
I mean,
it
that's
fucking
why they made
Pathfinder game
Pathfinder.
consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Which,
but
to be
4th
fair,
is-
Pathfinder was pretty
4th, ugh.
complicated by the end.
I mean, yeah, Pathfinder's had its own share of bloat.
But I feel like 12 years of a system will do that, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Honestly-
you guys could look in there. They have it barricaded so the giant long legs they call don't come in.
I mean, we haven't found any other Clockwork parks anywhere. Can I ask Tunch if he knows if there are any other similar
I wanna-
parks somewhere?
I want to start examining the back here as well. I'm
Tunch
gonna
is
start
just
doing
like, I mean, what if they're not in here?
might be
Yes.
scattered throughout the pit.
Where else do you think they might be?
Do you know people that make clockwork things?
No.
Maybe we can talk to somebody in town about it.
Give me a Sandpoint check.
I mean, the
Question.
thing is, if we go all the way back to Sandpoint, that seems like a lot of work when our plan is to just keep going further down, you know?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
that's like a
later.
couple hours to get to Sandpoint.
Yeah,
I just
but
mean, I mean, in the grand scheme of things.
we're gonna have to rest at some point. Like,
Yeah.
This pit's got a
Realistically,
lot
going
of
back-
levels.
Mhm.
Not
I
going
think
back to
we
town
keep-
till it's cleared would be real rough.
Okay. Sandpoint 24.
24. I mean,
guess
someone
my
that
question would
might
be-
have a good guess would be Vorshali Voon. He runs the Feathered Serpent, the curio shop in Sandpoint.
I'm also going to look through the. I want to look around in the storage room back there real quick. Just, I didn't really take a thorough look in there. I just peeked.
Yeah, I'll go in there as well.
Um, you guys look around. You see one small crate to the north has a crude drawing of a happy goblin with a full belly on it. Inside the crate are what appear to be 6 well-preserved fruit cakes. They actually smell pretty good, unlike the rest of the brine in here.
I vote we just try and deal with the big long-legged things and then go back to town, I guess. I'd kind of like to finish the floor before, you know?
Sure. Do you guys grab any pickles or cakes or anything?
Are the pickles like good?
They're pickled.
I guess how badly could you mess up a pickle?
I try not.
That's a great question. I
I
mean,
mean,
the cakes, the
a
cakes
goblin would
smell
try.
pretty good, surprisingly, but the pickles, I mean, hey, they smell
I
really,
don't
they smell really
think
pickly.
It makes sense to try and steal the cakes. I feel like that would
Yeah,
upset them.
I'm not going to steal their food. If they were all dead, then maybe, but they're not. So
Up to you. Ass
I'm
load
gonna
of
take one
pickles in
last.
here, but there is only 6 cakes, so understandable.
I want to take one more look around Menargle's room. I also want to check out the totem at the front of it as well. Where I know we found the incense. I want to see if there's anything I missed.
Okay, give me a perception check. I mean, you give this place like another very, very focused once over. You check like the incense holder that she made. You check just like within the actual altar itself. Nothing really stands out to you. I mean, you took her items. You took this very well, like, delicately etched key that seems to be to a mechanism rather than a door. But none of you are really well versed in crafting. Like, you would need someone to help figure that out.
Alright. Tarek grumbles. Fine. So you want to take on the long legs, do you?
Well, I just figure, better to check the entire floor before we figure out what next.
Very well.
It's up to you.
Right.
If you don't want to, we don't have to.
I prefer not to kill creatures unnecessarily. Perhaps I can convince them not to attack us. We'll see.
If you can, that would be probably for the best.
Oh, are we sure we know what a long legs is?
It's a
We
large,
know they're
bigger than a dog.
than bigger than large spiders.
A dog-sized spider is pretty big.
Yeah, I agree.
That's unusual.
All right. I'll look over to Charpas and the others. Clear out. We're going back here.
Dank Nibbler's like, why would you do that? You know there's giant long legs back there.
Perhaps once
Yeah,
we're
there's
done,
giant
we'll
long
no
legs
long-
back there.
And once we're done, either there won't be, or they'll leave you alone.
I guess just put back the barricades when you're done.
I'm gonna
Fair.
be beside you when you open up the doors.
Okay. I
Alright,
might need your help. with
there'll be
barricades either way.
athletics check. It's not like locked like a normal lock. It's like that's how it looks on the map, but it is like they barricaded this tunnel.
You know, I really wish I'd gone like Earth Kineticist just
I'm
to
gonna
open that
hero
fucking
point
door.
roll.
All right, the two of you
Yeah.
combined. I'll just unlock both of them.
I'll cautiously go in first.
Eric is going in first then.
Can I make it? I want to listen to see if I hear anything and moving around.
Yeah,
or
give me a
just
perception check.
cautiously, carefully moving forward.
First things first, as you like kind of look up at the ceiling, you see that there is just like a veritable carpet of daddy long legs, like regular sized daddy long legs scuttling around up there. And then you see bigger daddy long legs dropping from the ceiling. And I'm gonna put them on the map. You see that, sure, the core of their body is about the same size as the hunting spiders. The issue is their legs are so fucking long that they're almost as tall as people with those bodies.
Pleasant.
Tarek will try very quickly. Wait. Let us pass.
Give me a nature check. Let's see. You see they kind of slowly slink back into the shadows, their bodies bobbing up and down in a very unsettling manner. They back away.
Keeping an eye on them.
Also, that's
Slowly.
literally a mechanical ability they have, is bobbing up and down. It gives them more AC because it makes them so unsettling to look at.
Alright, I'll cautiously proceed forward. What do I see? Can I see anything further down the tunnel?
First of all, you guys get 50 XP.
Nice.
Alright. You see, I mean, there's like thousands of these writhing daddy long legs. The larger ones have backed away. You guys have to take like very deep care to not like knock over bushels of them and have them crawl over you. Give me perception checks. You don't see anything back here. Seems to just end in a dead end and even more spiders.
Alright, there's nothing back here. Let's go.
Alright.
Alright. Aren't you going to rebuild the barricades? I don't want those creepy
Yeah.
crawlies.
Yeah, we'll put it back. Once everybody's out.
I'll say you can take 10 at this point.
Oh,
Okay.
someone just shunted me through the wall, or
Sorry, I'm
Alright.
dragging you
Ye-
guys over to the front door, basically.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's the floor.
All right. You guys begin to climb back up the ladder to the surface of the pit. And as you get to the top, I mean, it's still about 3:30, maybe 4 in the afternoon. You can easily get back to Sandpoint tonight. You have this
Yeah.
strange, intricately etched key that you've discovered is not to a door, but rather to a mechanism. Seemingly,
It's
the
probably whatever the-
previous chieftain of these Whistlefang goblins had a piece that also seems to be from a construct, some sort of wing. The Jenkins thought perhaps the key was to a clockwork songbird. One thing's for sure
probably whatever
is,
the
despite knowing there's a secret door on this floor, and that presumably sounds like Rip Nugget is alive or undead, he's back there. But didn't seem to rise to your bait of coming out to fight you guys. As you guys ponder these facts, I'm saying, if anyone wants to give me one more, like, Sandpoint lore. I think just Sylvina has it, if I remember. Unless other people have it. Sylvina, back in the day, the Thistletop goblins were a big problem around here. And they were a bit better off than other goblins. They had like a little fort that they made and protected. They were pretty fucking aggressive, though. It strikes you as weird that someone who was the chieftain of those goblins heard someone challenging him and just fucking chilled. That's like very off-putting to Sylvina. Like that's very disconcerting.
Okay. I'll share that with people.
We'll
I'm
figure.
thinking whatever the mechanical contraption might be the Sandpoint devil.
There seem to be, I mean, you guys had heard of, those of you who like live here, this is like a cryptid. It's like a story that Sandpoint parents tell their kids, but a goblin priestess was worshipping it down here. Which, first of all, I mean, even in the lore, you never heard a story that it's a god. Like, you don't really know why that would help at all. But the creatures down here seem to be very convinced of its reality.
Hmm. Perhaps it's time to learn more.
I'm thinking it just the goblins effectively trolled Sandpoint.
That they made it up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hard to
Maybe.
say. I mean, you guys have some leads in town. You could do some research. You know that Vor Vishali Voon might have some insight into this clockwork stuff. And
Yep.
you still know they're the one adventure woman, the daughter of one of the bakers in town. She claims to have met the Sandpoint Devils, that it killed her party when she was trying to give adventuring
Well,
a go.
Lupin does speak up and says, like, well, I know someone who might know a bit about Crafton. And he'll go up a little bit nervously. So, there's someone who I kind of waffles a little bit, who I kind of like, and, I think she's always good about crafting and, making quick escapes and stuff like that. So maybe she might know something about this.
Another lead to examine. As you guys ponder these revelations, everyone give me a perception check. Those of you, I guess really just Lupin under 20, You get the like prickle at the back of your neck. You think that you're being watched. The rest of you see some movement down at the old like tower where you guys threw in the wishing well stuff. It looks to be, you've seen ghouls before. They were goblins, but you know the gray pallor of their skin and the pointed ears. You see what looks to be a human-sized ghoul, maybe a couple of them, looking at you guys and then disappearing into the tower when they are worried they're spotted.
More creepers.
I think we should
It's time to get
perhaps
scared.
try and smoke them out when we get back here tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's time
You
to make
know,
ourselves scarce.
Yeah,
I think it's the perfect target for your first fireball.
we head back tonight, and then tomorrow we come and we just try and, you know, get rid of those things and figure out how to open that fucking door.
And
Yeah.
also perhaps how we turn off the megaphone on Lupin's new sword.
But yeah, by the way, is Lupin still yelling even when he's not holding the sword?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna
thinking
say
this thing might be a bit inconducive to my whole job.
Lupin,
Yes.
could I have that sword?
Tell you what, you can have the sword if I can have that that knife thing.
Don't you already have the knife?
Yeah, sure. So I'll just go ahead and yeah, you can go ahead and have the sword.
you pick up the sword.
All right. I'm just gonna stow it away, but I'm not gonna like touch it. I'm probably gonna touch it through cloth as I take it.
Okay, you hold it in your shirt and pack it away safely. As you guys make it back, you're gonna go rest, and we'll leave off here for a bit. Everyone, give me one more perception check as you guys get back to the walls of Sandpoint.
I am considering if that sword might be useful for something.
It'd certainly be a good, our own gag gift.
All right. Slovina. Okay. Let's roll the dice. Okay. Just Lupin on that. The 28 was a success anyway, but a critical success now with the nat 20. You, as the gates are closed, you guys are kind of getting there closer to the evening. They're going to start winding things down. Things have been a bit tense lately, so they're closing the roads a bit early. Nothing too out of the ordinary. But as you look back through, you see movement by the trees way distant in the road. And I'll bring us over to the Sandpoint map. For reference, you guys probably would have circled back this way just to keep things safer on your approach. As you guys are headed through, Lupin, back in this tree line up here, you see a ghoul again, and what really catches your attention is there's a brief glint of light by the ghoul, and you realize that it's sunlight reflecting, and you see a ghoul mostly naked, but for seeming like a pair of silver spectacles on its nose and like some simple cloth trousers. As the light reflects off its glasses, it seems to see you noticing, and rather than immediately run, it kind of gives you a slow nod before backing into the trees. And that's where we'll leave off for this week. Come back next time.
Being hunted.
Yeah, I do not like that.
Thanks everyone for watching.